I did, and I don't have a problem with piss right now.
Yeah.
I did when I was a kid. I just ran a fever and I felt good.
Yeah. Like, I'm assuming that it was probably like my throat closing up or something, because
They could have been hives or something too.
all the females in my family have been allergic to penicillin.
How are they
And
allergic to it? Is it anaphylactic or
It's
is it
always
like,
been throat closing up.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's probably what happened to me also. But I'm doing the allergy test, which means I'm going to be spending the entire day at the hospital, and they're going to, like, okay, are you getting a reaction from that? Are you getting a reaction from that?
Yeah.
Okay, take a pill. Are you getting a reaction from that? That way, if I get a reaction, they just have me sitting there in the waiting room and immediately jab me
Cut your
with
throat open.
Yeah.
Stick a
the
tube in there.
whatever.
Can you check the audio for
And
me?
you don't talk like this.
I
I roll content.
I agree. That's why I turned them on.
I roll content.
Thanks, Rach. Yeah.
Oh wait.
I just threw it on the ground to cover the pee puddle.
Oh, you got your character on there?
She's like ignoring me.
Yeah. Now I can hear
Ignoring.
it for a second time.
Does it sound okay? Oh.
Question.
Answer.
Continuous spells that require concentration is at one point, and continue to pay per turn.
Nope.
Just one and go.
Only when you cast it.
Only when you cast it. Clearly, the normal restriction still applies. If you cast another spell with concentration, this qualifies that one, and the new one takes over. The easiest way to think about this is you have $4, and you're free to spend it.
One of my favorite.
It's not rigid enough for me. Sorry. I need
Oh, you need something rigid?
yeah, I need
I
something
want
rigid in my
$4.
life.
Huh?
What's my $4?
Don't go away.
You gotta have
You always
$4.
need like visual
Okay.
aids.
I want $4.
Always with the visual aids.
Okay, so we
release
speak with
polymorph
animals.
and it just
Please don't eat
dies
us.
in the
No,
bag
the
of holding.
problem with that is if you put
It's too
something in there, it'll
It'll-
rend the bag of holding.
It'll tear the fabric of space and time and suck us into a vortex.
And Q will be upset.
Yes.
Q is
will be
always
Q is
upset.
Always upset. That's sure.
But hey,
Unless
welcome
your
back,
name is
everybody. Hi,
Janeway.
we're
He
back.
really liked Janeway.
You do like Jane.
He loved Janeway. He had a thing for Janeway.
Q?
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
he had a thing for Picard.
Yeah.
Considering she was the only human captain
In
in
the
that
Delta
sector, in the Delta Quadrant. Yeah. It made her probably a little bit more exotic. Hey, everybody, we're doing something fun tonight. When we left off last week, we would normally have switched over to Acquisitions Incorporated, but until Rachel creates her new character. I felt that made more sense to do the second half of last week's session,
Instead.
which is a combat round where we last finished off.
Wait. So if Rachel creates a new character, what we just like drag and drop it in like Sims?
Well, that's my specialty. I'll make it work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll make it work.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it's crab
Portal
rangoon at this
opens up
point.
and you
As
step
long as
out.
I can find its bracers on our way back, that'd be great. Hey.
I'm just gonna chop them off.
For the next one. No, make a new tentacle.
We're just gonna tie a
Make
leash
a
around you
tentacle
and drag
with
you with
eyes.
it.
Ascension.
Just one that broke free from the mask. With a little googly eye.
Oh, I might
Did you
have
did you get a massage today? Is that why you look
Yeah.
like RBF?
Mhm.
Rusty
like,
bitch
damn, do I
face.
have a model like googly eyes? I haven't had.
Easy enough to make it.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. Do you guys see it? Yes.
Everything.
I tried to
Oh
get
my
through it,
God.
but my OCD struggled with that movie because they were never finishing anything. It jumped
It's at the
around.
end.
I know, but
So I
it
have to
jumped
watch to the
around
end.
so much. I
Imagine-
ended up bypassing the whole movie and just watching the last 5 minutes
imagine if-
because the whole story was in the last 5 minutes.
Exactly.
I didn't hate it. It was just that it was a great 5-minute movie. I've never, it's the fastest movie I've ever watched.
I can't get over the sausage fingers.
Well, that's between you and your partner. Right. Sausage fingers.
Not
should
in
be-
that type of way.
They were
What
hot
in
dog
the-
fingers.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
that. 'Cause what in the world? Why?
So,
I want to know. I want to smoke what that guy was smoking when he made that.
right?
Yeah.
I mostly liked it because rerun was it. So the little
Short round.
no, short
husband.
run, sorry.
Rerun.
Husband.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking
Data.
of the other show.
That's who the husband was?
Huh?
Yeah. Data.
Yeah.
He was in it.
From the Goonies. From the Goonies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was his name in the Goonies. Yeah, that's right.
But everybody knows him for short
I
round.
wasn't wearing my Goonies shirt, so I was having some recollection
I
challenge.
mean, when he,
You know what?
Boomer
You
card
can
for
only-
both.
you can only remember the
Fighting
Goonies
with
when
the
you're wearing
fanny
the
pack.
shirt.
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
Put your shoes on the wrong feet.
Right, correct. So, before we do our recap, we are playing Dungeon Coach 20 Action Point Pool rules tonight. We're going to see how this veteran, learned community that knows their characters so well, they can recite their abilities in their sleep, are going to try out this new currency system. If you go
I can
check
do
out Dungeon Coach 20, either at his Kickstarter
Is he talking about us?
or his
He's talking
website,
about-
or at his website.
Not talking about-
A lot of GMs lately, while still playing in the D&D lore, are beginning to experiment with the 4 action point pool currency system. We're gonna try it out. We did a brief explainer, but at first things might slow a bit, which is fine because we're going to be trying that out tonight. However, where we last left off, and we'll have to do some retconning with these two during this process, because they couldn't be bothered to show up last week.
Hey, I have work.
That's no excuse.
That is her.
Work is a
You just have
piddly
to quit your
excuse.
job and come to our game.
Go into
That's what I
poverty and play.
I got canned. To be honest.
I got cans.
Somebody's got paid.
Your fucking magic kazoo.
This way.
But don't worry, your next boyfriend will be better off, so you can pay. Or just date the pool guy. That's what all the lonely
Yeah, I
house
got
trials do.
That would have to be. That means she would
You
have
don't
to
know what
allow
that
me to
finger's
actually
been.
get a pool.
Oh, we have a pool.
Yeah, I
We
do.
just don't have a pool guy.
Ew.
You could date our pool guy.
Ew,
That
now
makes
it
my
tastes like.
stepdad.
See,
And my-
Now it
I-
tastes like a BMC.
Don't date my pool guy.
I just keep the extrovert around. That way I don't have to talk.
That's fair. That's
Well,
fair.
not
Who the
isn't
fuck
that
are they
Larry?
doing this?
Between Larry and Jacob.
Huh?
Yeah,
Those
or-
things.
I can be a sugar mama.
Those are the grossest pieces of shit I've ever had.
What's that?
Vienna
Vienna?
sausages.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they're, I don't even think they're actually meat.
Did you see that meme I posted?
Uh-uh.
Stay hydrated. It shows someone drinking.
Oh, I don't know. I'm a little jaded by the fact that you shared the corn video with us.
Oh,
The
that's
guy
right.
that keeps eating the same can of corn forever.
And
Yeah.
rinsing, entertaining,
Rinse,
rinsing,
eat, rinse, and
Finish
repeat.
watching the
eat, rinse,
dollhouse?
repeat. Eat, rinse, repeat.
Did you
ever
finish watching the
watching
dollhouse?
thing?
Oh no. Well, just okay. So the end of it, he's in the dollhouse, and
Yeah.
like his fingers are poking out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched. I can see it.
He has a bunch of other videos that are just
I don't need to
weird.
watch them. I don't need to watch them.
It's not that she doesn't want to watch them.
He doesn't-
She doesn't
The one-
need
Oh, no.
to watch them.
the one with
So, where we last left off, the mystery of Takit and Baruch's origin story is becoming a little bit more relevant. However, while that became more informational, the team operating off of the information provided to them by
Michael,
the,
too.
yes, and by the hunters that discovered the door, said that they had discovered a large metal door that seemed to have not been there previously, and it seemed to offer up writing that Amazonia recognized as human writing because of her study and need to allow her no, not her mentor, but her matriarch, to better understand how to get rid of these strange creatures called humans that have been infesting the astral sea and other places of reality. This has been the main focus of her goal, as this place was titled the Simeon Laboratory was on the door. The team, having now used Hans and Alva's airship that they are slowly working and upgrading and making better for purposes of travel and use.
less hoopty.
shitty bang bang all the way there. Team arrived in the valley and discovered their way in. Once they found their way in, they were surprised to have found a mixture of organic and inorganic constructs that seemed to be the foundation of a species called the Gray that were in the process of going somewhere and inadvertently crashed and may be the origin of life to this entire world. But as the team began to examine and look about this ancient rock-like vessel,
Pippin here had to push something.
Baruch
Oh, the
made
truth.
an attempt to trigger an effect in one of the rooms. It seemed to,
Which was successful.
technically, he
Hey,
found the
I
right
gotta
lever.
do something.
Wasn't
Hold
it?
it. Unfortunately, he did it out of order. So the lever that he pulled on caused a collision between the rotation of the rooms, and the metal construct of the ship began to collapse in on itself, exposing a subterranean cavern of water, causing everyone to then fall into it. As they were recovering from the fall, something deep from beneath began to come to the surface, its huge mouth opening up, huge tentacles jutting out of the water's surface. Okay, before we get to the combat, however, Amazonia, Hans, and Alva would have been on the ship. Now, they were inside where they were, but never really told you what they were doing. So they have not been seen the whole time that you've been patiently waiting. However, you do have the ability to decide to do whatever you want to do, although currently the three of you are on the airship. What would you three like to do?
Your map. Did it follow you?
You would notice that it is currently perched up on the crow's nest, keeping an overwatch, like keeping a lookout in the tottering valley that you're currently in.
Oh no! So we went in through like a.
You know
saw
that.
all-
All,
went in.
yeah, all you know is that they went in through the gate, in through the metal
Great.
construct, and
They
then
definitely
crawled
looked
up onto a rock and then crawled inside something. So you know they're inside there. But you're
We
just not
did
sure
show
what
like,
they're
hey,
doing.
we're going in. Like because there was like a ventilation check.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know they went inside. No.
So
They're not coming out. I don't think there's no one's like no signal, no nothing.
And you saw them go in there about
Yeah,
5-10
probably.
minutes ago.
That's still a long time. They can do a lot of damage in that short amount of time.
It's a long
Okay.
time with no explosions from Venegas.
I mean, someone should keep an eye on the ship and make sure that nothing happens to it.
Could throw an animal handling it, but if you did that freaking out.
Yeah, he's just up there perched, just kind of preening. Little finger gets plucked out of its teeth and plopped to the ground.
Do you trust somebody to keep an eye on the ship?
It looks down at the three of you, a little puddle of drool coming out of its mouth, and then it
I would think you would need to run faster than that.
just kind of chittering to
I
itself, keeping a watch.
I definitely won't
Have
want to be
Belfry
left
make
alone
a
with it.
perception check. Have Belfry make a perception check.
Oh, okay. Can you look at my?
Like, I kind of want to see what's going on down there.
But
Yeah, just leave the ship up and hope it keep. You have to find,
I didn't
there would have to be an
have my
intelligent.
If you were there,
person to
I'm
be able
sure
to get
they
into
would.
it.
If you were there,
Just sitting thought wasted.
Pigeon goes to start, immediately gets eaten by the bat.
that would be like carrier bitches are not welcome.
Got it. Next time, don't use animal next
Can I use my own perception? Or I have to use her perception, right? His perception.
Belfry's, yeah.
Okay.
Giant bat, right?
What is your wisdom?
Wisdom?
This is what.
Yeah, it's just wisdom. They don't have a
Is it hidden because he has keen hearing?
Yes.
So he gets
advantage, yes, because of
Advantage.
keen hearing.
All 4 of my attacks on the squirrel. Wow, double 8s. So a 9.
So
9. Belfry seems content, doesn't seem to notice anything, and is just kind of keeping a lookout over the tottering valley. The kind of half moon form of all the rock formations. So far, no sound, nothing seems to be indicating of any concern.
Yeah, let's go check up on it just to be on the safe side.
I'll use my little mini thing.
Remember I made it a whole little ride thing.
With the little palanquin and get on it, and you have a little throttle device next to it, and you sit on it, and you gotta you start kind of like going forward. It's a little loud. It's not a refined
It's like
build, but it's
four-wheel
it's like
kind of shit.
Do you think we should tell her we were just gonna park it right there?
like you get up there and you get to where the opening is, and then a shadow overtakes you, and there's the airship parking within a few feet of where you're like setting. You set up and you're like looking into the entrance. Give me a perception check as you look inside.
What am I rolling? 20?
So,
Perception and predict.
well, I mean, if you want better odds, you can roll perception on a D12.
I'm just trying to remember which dice do what.
Where's that?
13.
There's definitely signs that they were here. You can see a lot of debris and places. You can even see obvious footprints that they were there. And it looks like it goes into the darkness of the tunnel. And for a moment there, you thought you heard voices. Like you can hear the echoes of them talking or doing something.
Do I?
Oh my god, it's so bendy.
Do I see like the sign that?
No, that would have been down below. You're just
Okay.
in an access point.
Okay.
I found a giant one.
Don't breathe in the dust.
I'm going to
Here, hold this while I blast it.
wait for a moment for Hans and Alva to catch up.
Yeah.
Why did you
The ship's
scratch
there.
it?
You can see. Are you guys getting onto the ledge?
What's
This smells like you.
Can I check to see if there's any rope around?
Yeah,
There
I
are
mean,
no
your inventory
bones.
and your supply is pretty extensive. So, I mean, Hans would know where all the supplies are. So he could easily grab like a 50-foot thing of rope.
What's this lever do?
Those aren't really bones. They're bendy.
Oh, dude, I just did a read object on this sphincter thing.
Well, you guys are
Won't
up
believe what I
above
saw.
that.
Yeah.
There's a ledge that Amazonia went towards. And there's like an air duct, like a small air ventilation that was dug into the rock. She's small enough that she skidded in there fine. It's big enough that the others were able to get in. So when you park the airship right there off the ledge, you can see Amazonia looking back and kind of like waving you in.
Is one staying on the airship?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably Alva's gonna bring the longbow with her, and she's going to head down. Hans is just he's gonna be on the safe side because
You stayed on the airship.
he just
Okay.
Uh,
As you see Alva get closer, the two of you can hear them chatting. Like you can hear them echoing. Yeah.
Can you read this plaque? I can't read this plaque.
I'm afraid of the reason
Yeah,
I
it says
I wanted
Simeon
to high
number
something,
one.
Just say, like,
Or
if you
specimen
tug
number
it,
one.
He gets kind of a code
1
for,
through
like, the
Okay,
12. We're not gonna
13
go
or
too
whatever,
far
1 to
just
12.
yet, but
I'm gonna bring out another one for you guys.
You two give me a survival check.
Don't
Real
drop
quick.
it on my head.
They're not bones. They're made out of copper or something.
Ah,
They're covered with
Look at Ivar's face.
luminary.
well, he's
Where the fuck is Maggot?
He's in the
And
other
12.
channel looking at the.
I know he's
At the
completely
fan.
they don't hear him
Maggot's doing a
because he's
roundabout.
already doing his roundabout through all the other labs. Yeah. Yeah.
Maggot, where's the go?
As the two of you get a little
I
bit
think we
deeper,
were
the
right
rope
about
tied
that.
around your waist, you see an intersection. You see a grate's been pulled up. And just as the two of you get to that point, you hear Baruch's voice yell out, I'm going to try pulling this lever.
wrong lever, wrong lever.
And the moment he pulls it,
Handle back.
everything just shakes violently around you. You can feel like it's trying to rotate, and everything up above this open space just starts folding in on itself. The floor gives way underneath everybody else down below. You can hear them scream and yelling as they're falling.
You also
The
hear, like,
whole
the-
ventilation
all of a
system
sudden,
that you
hear
guys are
Baruch, and
in
then-
splits open.
I'm gonna grab her tail because we're falling. And she'll be like, hold on.
Like as she slipped, you grab, and the two of you are now dangling. And you can hear Hans yelling, "What the?" And he's like holding onto the rope as you two are dangling over, just in time to watch all these guys plummet, except for one thing.
I'm a T-Rex.
Suddenly, you see a big T-Rex,
I
like
see a T-Rex grabbing.
like grabbing onto something, but then the weight just causes the remaining imbalance of the floor to completely let go, and then you watch as the T-Rex like just kind of disappears into the opening, and now you're watching debris is falling all over the place.
Maybe we should have found a different door.
just holding by your tail. Gee, you don't say.
You guys are dangling. Have Hans make a strength check, please.
Let's try to get out of here and find another door.
And then
I just kind of
nat
Just
20
for
plus 7
for those who don't
plus
know the river.
So he's able to hold on to you, but unfortunately, the debris has fallen down behind you. Pinch the rope.
shit.
So the access back out that way is definitely cut off. Now, for everybody else down in the basin, in the water, I need you to roll for initiative. You two go ahead and roll for initiative so that when you do finally join
We
them.
need to set up where, because I think I'm between him, these
Yeah.
two,
Yeah.
but I think they're on the opposite
Yeah,
sides. of that.
we'll get that set up.
17 plus 4.
I have
Awesome,
plus
that
30
sucks.
to my initiative.
Plus 30 to my
13.
It's rude,
Or
dude.
plus 30 to my initiative. So, you know, it's a 13.
All right. So where is everybody? If I'm closer. than everyone.
Baruch and I were carrying Taki.
Okay.
We were lifting him up and out of the water.
Okay.
Now I was out of the
I got
water
a 15,
flying.
by the way.
to see if I could find the
And
edge.
Maggot was out of the water flying as a bat.
By the way, the bat that you're currently painting is him.
Oh,
Make sure to
All
put
right,
just a
so
little bat
the key-
junk on there.
Put a little red rocket on
Baruch
it.
Yeah.
and I and Talia, Baruch and Talia are holding Takit up.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
We were on each
would you
side
like
of
to
him,
paint
and
my
Maggot is
tyrant
flying as a
mini
bat.
that I found.
That's
but I
right.
forgot that
Okay.
I had.
Do I have a?
I asked you if you had a death tyrant. You said no.
I thought I had a bat over there somewhere.
I picked it up at
Bat Maggot.
what happened to the bat that I gave you?
That's a home.
He's protected. He's
Oh,
protected
you
by
left your
that.
bat at home?
Yeah.
Fucking rude,
Sorry.
dude. Just straight up fucking rude.
Now you're gonna charge it 2 bats.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
cleaning up. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I had this.
It's pretty disappointing. So disappointing.
Yeah.
All right. So initiative. What do we got? 25 through 20. 25 through 20.
Well, if I would have went with my
She doesn't do the
roll on D&D Beyond, I'd be golden.
25 through 20. Any 25 through 20s?
I got 21.
21? Who has the higher dex?
Higher decks.
Alpha
I know
first.
that.
She's at a 4.
Okay. So Alva. 1. Amazonia.
Random on there.
19 through 15.
15.
16.
16. So Maggot. And Baruch. Um, 14 through 10. 13 for Talia. Wow, Wizard bringing it up at the end, huh?
I'm not a wizard. Oh, thank you.
Takit, what'd you get?
It was because he fell into the water.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Really
It was a
does.
little cold.
It does make sense.
And I'm down to 7.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun. All right, Alva and Amazonia, you're
Oh,
up
wait.
first. So you can either spend your round getting to where they were, or find another way out of the structure.
I flip a coin.
Somewhere else.
I have a coin you can
Like
flip.
this.
Let me grab my coin.
As we're going.
Beat me to it.
Oh.
I toss too. That wasn't like so.
So,
So tree go down.
How about
and then
this?
The other one goes.
Yours was a yes no point.
Oh, I have the yes and no coin. I have all my coins now.
Ooh, nice.
Wait, no, tree would go down.
Three would go down, and that was
We're gonna
find
do
a
So you guys do
Find
spend your
another way
round
around.
looking for another entrance.
Yep.
Each of you give me investigation.
All right.
have you heard of the zero product?
Yes,
5.
I want them so fucking bad.
I gave
$0
them out.
Yeah.
I gave them out of my retirement.
Yeah.
I got one at home somewhere.
22.
I gave it 2,
5.
right?
5.
So I'm just holding
Yeah, I
her,
probably got
just
two now.
going up the road.
While you're doing this, the cavern is collapsing in on you as well, so I need deck saves from both of you.
You can do this. I believe in you. Not really.
Make your deck saves. Make your deck saves. That shit hurts when you hit you.
18 plus 8.
26. I take both of you will save. Take half of 12 points of bludgeoning damage as rocks and other debris are crashing into you.
6 points of damage.
Now give
Me
me
too.
survival checks.
Oh,
5.
Who's for a game?
because I got another one.
Okay. So as you're watching this place collapse in on itself, you're also watching the metal doors that they had interacted with previously are buckling in as well. You can also see that the strata of this place that holds everything up is slowly kind of caving in on itself. It doesn't feel like going backwards is an option yet, but as you're watching the interior of the mountainscape collapse in, little pinpoints of light are beginning to show where the rocks are coming from. But it feels like to go up that way means you have to weave your way through the falling debris, or you can now hear this tremendous sound of roaring and you're not sure, but it sounds like maybe a fight might be ensuing down below where they had fallen into.
Do you think we might need our help? We
Not
should
really.
probably stay out of sight of whatever it is, but maybe see if we can check on what's happening.
It's fun to hear this while holding you. Like, really now? Should we?
You still have your palanquin too.
Yeah.
Or did you leave that behind? Would you have gotten off that to crawl into the air
It
Air
depends
duct?
on how big the air duct was.
2 feet around?
If there was room for me to have kept it with me, I probably would have kept it with me.
Okay, so you still have it. Currently, just not activated. So you could easily fly your palanquin down towards that crater.
I'm gonna just chuck her down. Oh, squirrel!
Yeet!
And as I'm mid fall, I just turn it on like, okay.
So as you're falling, you turn it on and you start making your way down towards the crater's edge. What are you doing?
How large price if I can hold the hole?
Do you need me to come back up and get you?
No, I think you have more safety than I
Flying pig
do.
is actually a top hat that she takes off and throws.
Where are you
and
going?
It comes back really big.
Oh,
She gets in it, right?
Okay, so you're going down towards the crater. How do you want to get there?
Swing. Like, lower myself more. Swing. Lower myself more.
Okay, yeah, give me acrobatics.
Oh, yeah.
Just it'll take you a little time, but it'll get you down there.
So I'm okay with that.
Roll doubles if you're proficient.
And you have advantage if you're proficient.
13, 5, so 18.
18. So you're like,
You rolled with
she
advantage.
makes it look so easy because she just kind of. You're like yo-yo swinging, dropping, yo-yo swinging, dropping until at last you got to swing over and you land on the ground, and that'll finish both your turn. Maggie, you are up with the creature on deck. You have 4 action points.
Yeah.
Spend them any way you want.
So, all 4 movement, I run. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
You're aware of it.
I'm gonna go.
Do I prefer like
I'm gonna pick one of my actions to move over to that pink. The pink tentacle. I don't want the other tentacles to be able to get me.
turn
Okay.
the pink one in the stink?
So I'm gonna stink the pink one.
Is that
You're
pink
not
one an
careful,
eye?
right?
No.
No.
Does that pink one have an eye?
No, but it looks like it has a mouth.
But I can only attack as my werebat, so I need my werebat stats.
Okay.
Let's see them all.
Still can't get into your account?
No.
Because it's on your account.
Did you print out his character sheet at least?
Yeah, I have the character sheet right here.
Okay.
But it doesn't print this part
Gotcha.
Extra.
because D&D and Beyond sucks.
Trademark.
Get off my lawn, D&D Beyond.
Trademark.
That bite.
Where is it?
Ooh, lemon heads.
What do I-
+5 to hit.
And you will not see them anymore.
18 plus 5.
I figured. Enjoy.
Does an 18 hit?
She wasn't a fan of
18
mine.
does hit.
Okay. What's it do?
1d6 plus
Ooh, 1d6.
Are you multi-attack as a werebat?
No.
Okay.
Oh, 1. So how much?
+3.
Oh, so 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Whoopity freaking do.
If you want, yeah. You have 3 action points left.
Yeah.
No, you move.
Oh, you moved. You have 2
I
left.
moved.
You moved
So
with
two.
1.
And I don't
Your
want
attack was
to.
another.
I don't want to take another attack with disadvantage, so I'm just gonna.
Well, you have height. You'd have advantage, so it'd be a regular roll.
Okay.
You didn't roll with advantage on the last one, so
Yeah, you have height because you would have come in at height and.
Okay. Jesus.
Jesus has nothing to do with your
What was it?
cursed
is
rolls.
this 14 hit?
14 is not hit.
Okay. Okay. And then I'm gonna use my last action point to move back farther away from it, so I can't hit.
Oh my god, those freeze-dried lemon heads.
So good.
Where are you moving to?
Nice move. farther back away from the. However far I can move.
Okay. They'll put you roughly about, say, 80 feet away.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Remember, you're a werebat.
Yeah.
You have a lot of fly
Fly
speed.
is 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's true. Okay. All
We'll
right.
put you at 80 feet
All right.
or 60 feet away.
Oh, that's fine.
All right. They'll finish your turn. The creature's going to go.
Ah, balls.
Oh, wait. Oh.
That
It
means it's really
is.
Dexter. What is initiative based on? Dex?
What height?
Maggot.
Is it?
You guys are at 30?
I think I'm not sure how high we got.
Are you 10, 15, 30? Do you remember how
Both
high you
of us,
got?
both of us have like an arm of heat.
Right.
We were out of the water and
But just getting,
going
so you would
up.
be about 10 feet up.
Okay. Good.
All right. 2 tentacles coming at you. That is going to be an 18 to hit. Does that hit?
Oh, silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs, reroll. It's a natural 20.
We rolled that one.
That's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need a strength save.
You have advantage. Silvery
Can you grab those 2 boxes?
up here?
Yep.
Does silvery barbs use his points?
Uses one of his points. He's got 3 left. Yep.
30, 30 20.
I got, they were metal.
What'd you get?
30, 20.
You are not grappled. You managed to avoid the tentacles effect.
Thank you.
Baruch, you have 2 tentacle strikes coming at you. That is a 21.
Nope.
And sent it 19. Both will miss. As you guys are watching these tentacles like reach up and try to grab and wrap up around you. As the mouth opens on the surface of the water, there's this guttural kind of like thrumming sound as you watch a large cloud of like acidic spray just kind of shoot up in the air. I need all 3 of you to make dex saves, please. What is with my phone, babe?
No.
Put it on the table over there.
I don't know.
It's on the table. It's next to your
Oh, that's my wallet. Sweet. I was like, normally I keep it near me. I'm like,
Your wallet on your ankle.
thank you.
You said dex save?
Dex saves, please.
19.
19. Okay.
My hip hop.
How old are you, man? 80?
He
I
thinks he
feel
is.
like it.
Is that a spell? I
It is not a
this.
spell.
Well,
I think it's
it just farted.
Basically,
I just got a few straws.
so what'd you get?
19.
That'll succeed.
25.
That'll succeed. Fail. You guys take half of 12 points of acid damage. Take 12 points of acid damage. That'll finish the creature's turn. Baruch, you are up with Talia on deck. You have 3 points left.
I could have. Do we want to escape? Or do we want to try to fight this?
Well, we don't know where we go.
And you can see Maggot's werebat form at the very edge of your vision, just kind of trying to stay out of range of the creature.
Well, remember the ship's probably fell down. We could probably get back out before more falls.
It's like Baruch says that.
Like,
The huge splash nearby as a big chunk of rock falls in the water.
all right, fuck it.
The creature taking falling stuff damage?
You don't know.
We just gotta take falling stuff damage.
All right, so the mouth that just farted on us.
What happened?
Just doing bitch. Yeah.
It's been updated.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Type
I
it
think
for
the
pain.
white brows is working.
Eldritch Blast right in its
There's
gullet.
an app? Did you
Go
use
for
the
it.
app?
Yeah, there's an app, and I just used the web browser.
Oh,
we're
it's the
level
web browser
9.
version. I didn't know there was an app.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's not very
I hate
good.
I
it.
am very good.
Like you guys took a lot of debris damage before finally
Yeah.
getting down here.
We're all very good.
So 17.
Oh, just missed.
So we have to roll an 18
Because I-
minutes, because
yeah.
the 17 just missed.
You have advantage because you're at height.
Oh, okay.
Remember, it's a ranged attack.
Oh, all right. Well. So that's 20 plus. Okay, so that's definitely gonna hit 19 plus 7.
Yep, that'll hit. Roll for damage.
Does it look undead?
Grasping at straws.
That's gonna be 17. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything else. Force damage.
All right.
1 action point. Okay, with my class feature, Magical Inspiration, whenever I cast a spell that restores hit points or deals damage to the creature,
You have it on you?
I can add the number rolled as
No, that's
bonus
right.
to bonus to hit points regained or damage.
He's talking about spell recovery. You talking about spell recovery?
I'm talking about.
So I'm trying to
Hit point
figure,
recovery?
like the wording
I
on
don't know.
that was weird. So
What does it say?
I
use an action point to do it.
so I'm gonna roll one of my
You have to take a
bardic
short rest.
inspiration die to add that to the damage.
Okay, go for it.
I give you ask it.
I think right now.
I hit one.
Okay, cool. Another 8 points of damage on it.
8 points of force damage. Okay. So 2 points left, I believe.
Okay.
You attacked and you did your reaction already.
Yep, and so I'm gonna just start like I'll use 1 action point to start moving up higher
Okay.
to keep
Okay.
looking at Talia. Let's go higher,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna fire off another cantrip.
Go for it. Yeah.
Last action point. So since we're at height advantage, correct?
Advantage as long as it's a ranged attack.
So the first one is probably not going to hit 18 perhaps?
18 will just hit.
Okay. So there's that one.
And it dies.
Hmm.
No?
You would never make it that easy.
13 points of
Okay. Because watch as Baruch is like dragging Takit a little bit taller or higher, but then taking 2 force blasts down into the mouth of the creature. You see chunks of blubber and flesh kind of splashing off of it. You then watch as a large rock pass right by the 3 of you, slams into the creature, kind of like bounces off of it. But you can see folds of its skin is ripped open and like the jawline of it is exposed. It just took a chunk of damage from the falling debris. You watch as the tentacles kind of react to the strike on its face.
Fuck you!
Now finish your turn.
No, because I have a second blast. That
I don't
was
think it made it to
rolling advantage.
Mhm.
Second roll for the other blast is the 19 plus 7.
46 all hit.
Yeah. So that's another 14
Is it a giant
force
bat?
damage.
Okay.
Like right after that, I was like, ah, fuck you!
Yeah. You're starting to drag Takit a little bit higher. Takit, you are up, and then we'll be at the top of the second round.
Okay, can I see any eyes on this thing?
Oh, really? Okay.
Ooh.
What's your passive perception?
All right. I don't know. I have to ask him. 13 is a full change or hybrid trait change.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, because I could
hybrid
use.
form, he can use weapons.
It's hybrid.
Okay, yeah. That'll make it easy.
13.
13 is your passive. Deep in the water, see these two bulbous protrusions that might be eyes, but they look blind. You get the feeling this thing doesn't see under normal conditions.
Intelligence check, and I think my
Absolutely. Spend a point, make an intelligence check. Go for it.
okay. 18 plus 9.
Yeah, 20. Well, investigation.
Yeah, 15 plus
5, 23. You get the feeling it's blind. It's probably using tremor sense.
so take the mask off and do shit.
It wouldn't know to see you. Yes, it probably wouldn't be affected by it.
Okay, so that's
3 points left.
okay.
I use my handcuffs.
Wave ward up
Okay.
and which one?
But I think it's supposed to get to attack.
I'll just take 2 attacks all
Over here.
And which bowl is concentration, correct?
Yep.
Watch the shimmering blade ward surround you.
plus 11.
What's that to hit? You're like part bat, and you've got this.
With advantage?
No, Witch Bolt is a is it a range attack spell?
Yeah.
Then you have advantage because you have height.
19 plus 9.
28 will definitely hit.
And that was at 4th
The-
level.
The necrotic energy crashing into it.
I mean, he hit it 10 over, so each 5 gives him an extra dice of damage, right?
When we master AP points, we'll start talking about the critical hits or the brutals strikes
I
above
probably would have
armor
hit
class.
because the reason I'm only adding my
Can I borrow a
just
D12?
my original modifier, not my proficiency bonus. So,
Oh.
so that first one would have hit because I should be adding plus 2. Maybe. That's all. It's fine.
Okay.
27.
Okay. I need Talia and Baruch to make strength save, please. Yeah, I did. We'll come to you.
Okay, but
Oh, hold on. I need you to make strength saves real quick. Okay. 17. He loses his grip on you, so you're not dangling with Talia just holding on to you. Because when you went to cast the spells, they weren't prepared, and you lost your grip with Baruch.
Sorry about that.
You have 1 action point left. Because you did a check, and you cast Blade Ward, and you cast Witch Bolt. And you still have 1 point
Can I
left.
hold it?
You want to hold it as an action?
Yep.
What would you like the trigger to be?
for a reaction, I mean, we want.
No, it's a held action still.
Misty step out of danger.
So if at any moment you feel you get into danger, you're going to spend that point.
You can Misty step straight up and catch.
Yeah. Is there any solid ground to land on when we're within sight?
All water down below.
Dark, deep,
Dark, deep,
Tentacle field.
dank,
tentacle field.
tentacle
Well, I have
water.
one teeny tiny fucking health
Tank.
potion left
Teeny tiny
over.
thing.
You can take a health potion.
Yep.
All right. I'll finish your turn. Sorry, Talia, we missed you. You're up.
Skip to me. Don't believe me. Master wound.
Oh my god.
3d8.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Won't get me.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I
you're
know.
pretty far away.
That's I'm a little
Okay.
far away. Good.
Everyone takes 14 points. It's up to 6 people. So everyone.
Everyone, which is the 3 of you. You, Takit, and Baruch. Okay.
Okay.
Still have 3 points left, and you're the only one holding on to Keat right now. So you do have a free hand to cast, but you're also holding on to Keat after Baruch lost his grip on him.
I think
Sorry about that.
No, I
Think
don't
what?
have left. I was thinking.
Work
did I
out,
take
are you
work out?
attacking to Keat?
But that
Drop
means
him.
that means with your hands full, you
He's
can
clearly
still
evil.
cast.
Like the owl on your shoulders, like, you should take this opportunity. Just drop him down now.
Okay, so I have 3 points left. I am going to cast
Go by them. No, let's do it. I can move this over.
Are you moving in?
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind
Okay.
at the creature.
Oh, yeah.
What does that do?
Pushes it back. A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts you in the direction you choose.
Oh, acid spray.
No, it's just wind.
No, to keep it.
I are you directing it towards the tentacles? Because its mass is so gargantuan, it's or not gargantuan, it's definitely huge.
It's 10 feet wide itself.
Yes.
That won't work.
Can you
It's
freeze
Its
the water?
smallest tentacle is 10 feet
Can you
wide.
freeze the water?
Can I freeze the water?
Destroy tentacle thing. You have that?
Yeah.
Do you have that spell?
I have cold tentacle.
Chan-
I think that
I
means
think they only
something
work with
else.
your
I don't
mouth.
think it's actually what you think it means, but
I have cold tentacle.
Stroking tentacles.
not
I
that.
cast stroking tentacles.
Uh-huh.
5th level.
Guardian of Fate.
already in faith. What's the range on that, or is it on
30
you?
feet. No, it's 30 feet. A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within
I'm going to
range.
use this one to get on.
The guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of my deity.
We're going to plop it like right down into the mass.
Any hostile creature that to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dex saving throw. The creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one, and the
Okay.
guardian vanishes when it has dealt a total of 60 damage.
Okay. So at the start of the creature's turn, it'll have to make saves.
Yes.
All right. That's 2 points. You still have 2 points left.
Oh, we moved. We moved up.
So you're moving up. How high are you moving up?
So
he
I
moved-
used one. I used my action to
Well, currently,
that one action.
remember his grip
Oh,
slipped
yeah.
with Baruch.
I
So
know,
you're
but we'd already moved on his turn. We were together. I'm assuming
Right.
mine moved.
so you'd have to spend
One movement.
yeah
So you
you'd have
got
to
one
spend an
move left.
action point to
Wait,
to
we
match
did-
him.
Yeah.
So this is going to cost you 2. So you guys move up 30 feet.
Well, we'd already moved on his turn. I'd assumed that.
Oh, okay. So
I
yeah,
assumed it
gotcha.
took
So
one of
she
my
would have
actions.
used one of her actions.
So
Now
you
she
have
has
one
one left, and she
Yeah.
can move up another 3 feet.
Yeah.
But
and
I'm
you're
But
holding
he's
on
out.
to keep-
You have points again, so you could move if you wanted to.
no, he's not holding on to the keep now.
Oh, that's right. You're not holding on to Keat
So
anymore.
now I'm only holding on to the keep.
How high are we?
We're 40 feet up.
You're probably 40 feet up at this point.
Both breaks.
Okay.
Because
Is it
of
only
the
30
30-foot
feet?
range.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not from the top of the tentacle.
Well, he went down to the meat.
Oh, he went down to the meat.
Yep.
You just shoot whatever I shoot.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So you have 1 AP left, 1 extra point left.
Guiding bolt.
Go for it.
guiding bolt up.
Just roll with D&D Beyond. Doesn't matter.
Oh, she was gonna punch you. You see that look she gave
You
you
don't
when
need
you were-
dice anymore with D&D Beyond.
It's the bee's knees.
It's the cat's
I hit.
meow.
24, that'll hit. Roll for damage.
6d6. I don't have enough d6 out.
There, I got decent. There, how many you need?
Did I leave my can of liquid behind you, Bill?
I will take
Your other behind.
The peach one?
And
Catch.
23.
According to my prescription, I hope not.
23.
23?
Yeah.
Points of radiant damage?
Yeah.
Nice. So I'll finish your turn. You now have 4 points again at the end of your turn. It takes us to the top of the second round. Alba and Amazonia. You're now hovering over the opening. At the beginning of your round, I need you each to make dex saves, please. As more debris is falling.
Is that yours?
18 will
Yeah.
save.
19 plus 8,
That's
27.
7. So both of you take half of 12 points of bludgeoning damage. As more debris is falling. Looking down, about 100 feet down below, a large body of water. Protruding out of the water, a huge mouthful of teeth, these huge tentacles, and you could see the three of them hovering up in the air. The Baruch is flying, see Talia is holding on to Taki, and all three of them are about 60, 70 feet below you. And they seem to be trying to get away from the creature that's currently trying to get at them.
Because he knows the ship, he probably just saw the rope. And
Yes, and he's probably noticing the mountains beginning to collapse at this point.
I'm gonna use the first two. So one of them is going to be loading again.
Okay.
The other one, he's going to. Yeah, this done. He's gonna shoot the. Aim the cannon in an area that wasn't close to where it flew, but somewhere he can.
He's trying to blast a hole, basically. So he's going to use both his action points to load. Well, how many cannons do you guys have? I forget. 4? 4 on each side, right? They're not normally, unless you say otherwise. Would they have already been loaded?
Probably.
Okay. So he can fire 2 cannons, 1 point per cannon. Okay. Go ahead and give me 20s. Okay. Nat 20 definitely hits. Both will hit, yes. The natural 20 on the cannon will do twice the damage.
And I ate almost a whole roll of sticks.
Don't think we ever talked about what the cannons were.
66.
66?
66. Yeah.
See?
Are those the raspberry ones?
You don't like those. You told me that.
No, it's the orange ones. I know.
Oh,
So I haven't been buying the orange ones because he doesn't like them.
raspberry's the bomb.
It was either going to be raspberry or cherry.
The cherry's good.
Cherry.
Good cherry.
Yes, so simply
Oh, mom.
Okay.
Cherry bomb.
17, 18, 19, so that will be 19 plus.
So from your guys' vantage point, you hear these 2 muffled, and then looking up, you see 2 holes. Another one blow outward, and a rain of debris starts just kind of falling past you and
Oh, great. Thanks.
down into the water
Probably
down
where that
below.
rock came from.
The 3 of you, you're off to the side. You watch as a rain of debris is coming down, but all of you heard the cannon shots. And as you look up, you can actually see these 2 up at the edge looking down at you, and 2 fresh bright light holes from those cannon shots opening up on the side of the mountain.
Sky.
What is
Yeah.
Alva doing?
So I'll use the last two, so I'm going to maneuver myself on the rope to where I can start aiming the bow down. And
Okay.
I want to take the shot, or take a shot at.
Well, remember, you're on the ground.
Oh, I thought it was.
You were using the rope to
to.
get down to the floor.
Okay.
And then you got to the cavern, or you got to the floor, and you're at the edge of the collapse looking down at the battle that's going on.
Did the
So you're
collapse-
like, you're way up here looking down at the fight.
Did the collapse stop by this point, or is it still
Still going.
slowly eroding?
Still going.
I mean, my longbow gets almost 200, so I'm going to take a shot.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I? Can I see though any of the tentacles look like they're coming?
My lumbo.
towards-
What's a lumbo?
They're all flaily. So you can either choose to shoot at a tentacle or at the body of the creature. Okay. You have advantage. Well,
'Cause I'm-
you're within range, so you have advantage.
I
So
was gonna say it's like I'm not really like hovering.
Yeah.
10d,
It is a range
10d,
check.
10 damage.
And
Yeah, you never had a lumbo before.
10d.
10d, 10 damage.
when you throw a hit, you watch as your arrow arcs down and right into the mouth of the creature.
What's it mean, Texas?
4, 7 plus 11.
Okay.
Its arrows are a coat hanger.
Second shot. You get 2 attacks per.
No, the longbow only gets. I had
Quality
a longbow
programming,
only gets-
ladies. and
Okay, so if
gentlemen.
you're going to spend another action point to take another shot, there'll be a disadvantage. But because you're at advantage, it'll be a regular roll.
I know, but it's funny.
Have the bow ready.
It's just
but
a
I'm not gonna take the shot just yet. Can I-
So are you going
It's a
to,
joke
if you're going to hold it,
to
what's
make
the
you
trigger?
vote.
Um,
As soon as you hear someone scream like they're in trouble, you're going to let go of the arrow. Okay. Finish your turn. You have 4 more AP at the end of your turn. Amazoni, you're up with Maggot on deck.
So
I think I was going to. It looks like you turned into a chicken or a peacock.
It sounds like
God, I hate my neighbor's peacocks. You can hear them at like midnight.
our neighbor house.
The peacock was seen on the roof of our house.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Our little house?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know how.
It wasn't the
went into
guinea
our house.
fowl from next
No,
door?
they
You
said it
know,
was a
if you could
peacock.
understand
Huh?
birds singing, all you would hear is, hey, what about?
All right.
Okay.
You've got your held action
Shit on
waiting.
their car.
So
shit.
am I hovering around on my little thing, or
Holy
did
shit, we fuck
I
at the same time.
get to where the ground is?
You're hovering on your little thing, but you're on the edge of the collapse looking down at the fight that's going on down below.
Okay.
Sick shit. Birds are
Um,
dirty fucking animals.
seeing that
Ooh, they're
everyone is trying to get away from it, I'm gonna try to look around the little ledge and see if there's somewhere that's easier for everyone to get to than the ceiling.
Yeah. Spend an action point, roll either perception or survival. Your choice.
Keep into a shark.
No, we don't want him in the water.
Going perception, that
He'll get eaten
is
by that
17.
monster.
17. You're in a
Wow.
real bind.
So we have to look.
Everything around you looks unstable. Everything above you looks unstable. It feels like your only hope is that that ship's going to find a way in, survive the collapse, and allow you guys a point to like retreat up to it. This whole place is coming apart.
And we have a giant tentacle monster trying to kill everyone.
Down below.
This thing comes from Shibuya.
You have 3 AP left.
If
I have
I
a thought.
My name is
use
Tentacle.
spike growth, would
I did
that
ask him. I
give
could cast.
kind of a
see
terrain
what
for
spirit
people
above
to kind of sort of stand on?
Based
top
on
of
that
the water?
previous roll, you get the feeling that it would, but it's also likely to cause the debris to fall with it stuck to it. So it either cause it to dangle or pieces of debris will fall below with spiked terrain
Angle of
on
the
it.
dangle equals the what?
Oh my God, I've been watching old episodes of South Park.
Oh yeah, good, huh? Have you got to Star Wars yet?
It's just the first 10 seasons of South Park was so good.
One of my favorite seasons was when they did the Warcraft episode.
Oh yeah.
I bought that episode. I have that episode bought, and whenever I'm in the mood to just be silly, I play that episode.
Can I roll to see if I think that the tentacle creature is intelligent enough to speak to it?
Give me a nature check. I'll leave you with 2 AP.
You've heard of that, right?
5.
No, dear.
It's a nat 1 plus 4. So 5.
Hard to tell.
Is the
You've never seen anything like this?
It's
Huge. It just looks like a big monstrous creature. I'm not really sure.
Alright.
Disaster that just
Then I'm just gonna say, okay, I can't tell. I'm just gonna shoot at it
Oh my god.
With
let's
what?
stop talking
with
about
my
this.
pepper box.
Say you don't get up, you just grab a
What's the
Hold
range on
my
that?
feet. 80 feet.
You're currently
No.
120 feet
You
up.
guys are gross.
There's an
Longbow?
article called The Den of Cat Ass.
Longbow would reach it. But you're a small creature, so
You got your.
Yeah, that's what I said at first, which, well, pepper box, it says 80, 320.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you'd be 320 is the maximum range. So you'd
Okay.
be rolling at disadvantage.
You're-
But
Yeah, if you're
At
past
max,
80 feet,
yeah,
unless
Okay.
you have sharpshooter.
I have
like maggot.
I have
Maggot
hunter's
does.
mark.
your feet.
My feet. That
You have many strength of feet.
You have many strengths of squirrel feet. But they're tiny and grabby and very creepy. You could have just clicked the tab that says feet.
Do you know that squirrels misplace 80% of
Firearm
the nuts that they
specialist.
store, and that's
Right.
trees
We
are
never
made.
Yep.
you never chose your second feet, did you?
No, because you were gonna help me find that and decide on it. We never did.
She picked sharpshooter.
I'm okay with that. I'm fine.
Yeah,
It
there you
makes sense to her
go.
build, so
Yeah.
it does.
Well, the problem
That
is like
actually one you were talking about.
I think so. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so sharpshooter. I pull out my pepper box.
she's been
Fire-
cheating.
well, what's the maximum range on pepper box?
320.
320.
That's what it in the stat blocks. That's what it says.
80 and in parentheses 320.
So anything after 80 is at disadvantage. You're currently 120 feet away from it. Because you're at a height, you have advantage. So they're regular. It's a regular roll to hit it.
I'll send it to you.
So I roll.
One dice, 1d20.
Oh, come on.
What'd you roll?
So is it
Three.
that
3?
plus 10?
Yeah, 13.
So 13.
Yeah, you just watch as the round just kind of arcs, bounces off. A bit of rubble that's falling. Makes a ricochet sound.
Alright. So where,
I'm just gonna add the.
it's not in there.
No, it's not. Okay.
So okay. Alright. So for my last AP, I am going
It'd be a
to
big sock.
So
Cast.
90 feet. It's how far is she from it? Over 100?
120 feet.
I'm 120 feet away, so would I be able to use Hunter's Mark at disadvantage?
No.
Okay, then never mind. So,
Yeah, it's be in range for it to take effect. I mean, you haven't moved yet. You're on your paladin.
okay.
You can put now.
You can putt. I believe your paladin goes 60 feet, fly speed.
So I will putt down a little bit closer, but I'm not going to get too close to the thing.
Okay.
Just close enough that I can kind of get a
For
better
the,
visual of what's going on.
I mean, they're kind of jetpacks. They're not really putt-putt.
Hers is
They're
because you guys
rocket
attached it to a paladin.
That made it slower.
It's just a jury rig kind of.
It's very, very. What's the word I'm looking for? What's that thing called?
That looking?
Half-assed.
No,
Half-assed.
yeah, half-assed, but very janky artifact.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think it's janky. I think it's genius.
Of course.
It's been maggoted.
Yeah, that's what that's like.
Yeah.
The Jetsons.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just jetsoning around.
And that was your last point?
Yep.
Okay.
As long as you're not
Um,
jettisoning.
Maggie, you're up with the creature on
I
deck.
get to roll new
Pebbles,
initiatives?
little
No.
pebbles are falling.
No.
So this place is collapsing.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. I need
Oh,
Baruch.
great.
you three make deck saves, please.
With advantage, right?
God dang it.
Proficiency in
No.
dex save.
No?
You roll with
Wait, no.
advantage. You do. You roll with
25.
advantage.
Oh, okay.
Can I act out of turn to spend a point to think
First
about
one's better.
something?
So I got a 17.
I know they're cracked. I had to stop myself from finishing
Guidance.
cracks.
Guidance work on saving throws.
17.
Does guidance work on saving throws?
Does
No,
17
but I can
make
do
it?
this.
Bardic inspiration.
You're not touching.
Oh,
You have to be
so
touching
I
it.
still make it. No, I rolled a 6.
Fail.
17.
Not pass. Fail. Not pass. If you pass, take half of 12 points of bludgeoning damage. If you fail, take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As more of the
Well,
debris
you got 14 points
is striking
yeah.
into you.
No, it's just.
How bad
okay.
are you?
Just took another 12.
No, you.
I'm headed toward the
Use it like.
cannonball holes.
Yeah, 14.
So as you're off to the side, you can see these new like cracks up above. And from your vantage point, you can see the shadow of something up there. You get the feeling that maybe this airship is up there trying to blast its way into the mountainside.
Yeah, I'm gonna use all of my movement points.
You're going to use all of your AP to
Uh-huh.
move. What's your normal fly speed?
60.
60?
What is that?
240 feet. So from your vantage point and your vantage point, you watch as a hybrid.
Do I see her?
You'd see her halfway coming up. Yeah.
I'll grab her.
You're going to grab on the.
So I'll move, grab
outlet?
her, move up to the hole.
So you can spend an action point to leap as he's flying by you. Like he's flying by, he's like, quick, grab on. And you can leap out towards him. Okay. Give me a acrobatics or athletics.
Okay with that.
Can you just imagine like
So
Magus
as
coming
you
out of those
swoop
fat
by,
thing?
you yell at her, and she leaps off the edge, and she's like flailing all of her limbs when she does it, and she grabs onto your leg,
Okay.
and you immediately, like, you feel the weight of the halfling, but you then spend the last of the 120 feet to get up and out through one of the cannon holes,
Okay.
and you see the airship like 80 feet off to your right,
Okay.
and you see a frantic hand is trying to reload the cannons. He's like swabbing them out, and it's really funny because he's got to duck walk the cannonball over to the breech load. He's trying to, so he's in the process of reloading like the other two cannons.
When I flew through, what is it made of? Is it that real like rusted out metal stuff?
Well, no, it's the rock. It's like the mountain
It's
itself.
the rock part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll finish your turn as you get up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're currently clinging onto his leg. Yeah. All right. That'll finish Maggot. The creature is up. You guys are now out of tentacle range. It's got to make a con save because of the spirit guardian. That is 14 plus 8 is a 22. So it takes half damage. We'll take 10 points.
Yeah.
Okay. However, its tentacles cannot reach you. It is.
It's a deck.
I thought you said it was con.
It's deck.
Dex? Oh, that would be less actually. 15 plus 2 is 17.
My spell DC is 16.
Okay. So it takes 10. However, as it wants to get away from the spirit guardian and sees how high up you guys are, it now sees this little squirrel riding palanquin kind of circling up above. It just watched Maggot zoom up and out.
It's blind. How does it work?
Tremor.
Tremor.
Its tremor sense is like indicating
Think
where all of you are.
But we're in the air.
Think of Daredevil because it still makes vibrational sounds.
Like air echo.
It's like my
Magic.
bat flapping. and
Magic.
My wings are flapping. and I'm shitting my bat pants.
But it's lost track of all of you guys. It knows its tentacles can't sense you anymore. So from your vantage point, you're watching this creature dip under the water and start swimming towards the edge of the cavern. And it's going to use all of its movement, all 6 of its action points, to start climbing up the side of the cavern. And as it pulls itself out of the water, there's like 4 dozen tentacles all over its body. Its tail is a smaller version of its head. And the tentacles are dragging it up the side of the cavern, trying to get up and out and towards where he thinks you guys have got.
Another attack.
It wouldn't get an attack on it.
Nope.
It's not a. No.
It's not an ally.
Not a sentient thing.
Yeah. So, it used all of its AP to move up, and it's now currently clinging on the edge of the cavern wall at about 120 feet. So at your height, you're looking at it, and it's like its big, bulbous, blind eyes are like oscillating. And you can see that the tentacles are like touching the air as if trying to figure out where everything is. And that will finish its turn. Baruch, you are up with Talia on deck.
How bad does this thing look? Like, how hurt does it look?
Hard to tell.
Okay. Fuck this thing. You look bloody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something stupid.
Oh no.
Other than pull a
Carve into
lever?
his bone and put some dust in there.
I go and I slap him across the face like he has polymorph. And as my hand leaves his face, feathers just start to... And he gets turned into a giant owl.
You feel your hand go slack as this giant owl is now floating beside you.
So now you have giant owl hit point.
His
So
head
if
does
you
a
look in the chat,
360.
there's the stats for the giant owl in there.
One action. Got 3 left.
1, 2, 3.
What? Yeah. Yeah. Every time. All right. So, am I still higher than the fuck off?
No, you're now below it. It's climbed up the side, and you can see Amazonia circling up above. The creature has climbed up the side and past you. It's trying to get up to that hole.
So I wouldn't have advantage on that.
And its body is just all these tentacles kind of...
Yeah, I
like,
wouldn't
really-
have. So but I'm just making sure I wouldn't have advantage on it.
No, because it's above you.
Okay.
Correct.
So.
That's fine. Don't worry. That'll be fine.
Okay, who's up? Okay. What are we doing?
He's still going through his...
So that's one spell. So second of
Giant owls have
4.
19 hit points.
So you have some extra. No. See,
And
okay.
Fly
Fuck it.
speed.
I need a wisdom 19 from it.
Fly speed is 60.
What are you doing?
This
Fly speed is
whispers.
60.
Okay. What's the
I'm
range?
assuming I can't cast.
60 feet.
Probably not.
That's just barely in range. 11
says
plus 0 is 11.
Owls do not attack.
Okay. So
provoke an
he's
attack.
going to take.
It just says fly by it.
6
No, I just wanted to right.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got plenty. He's also going to need to move as far as its speed allows away from me. I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So
Okay, but you still have to make
the damage.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh yeah. Great.
Let me guess. It moving away from him means it moves towards me.
We'll see.
I was like,
I want to see the monster what it looks like out of the water. Take it out of the water.
Okay, 12.
Put up a
Excuse
cave.
me?
pull it out.
Put up a cave. map.
Everyone's like, please don't.
23
Psychic.
psychic damage.
Okay.
Sidekick damage.
All of you watching this creature pulling itself out, you watch as Baruch invokes vicious mockery on it. Its whole
whispers.
or dissonant whispers. Its whole body like quakes, and it lets go of the cavern and starts falling backwards. And as it falls backward, it goes right by the two of you. It kind of buffets the wind a bit, and then it slams into the water. Goes down 20 feet into the water, and you watch this huge column of water start shooting upward right towards the two of you. I need the two of you to make dex saves, please.
Not you, not you.
Not you.
Oh, not me. Okay, let's
Let's
go.
check.
Yeah, you're way up at the top.
Oh,
Dex as an owl.
17.
Giant owl dex is +2.
So 19.
19.
Okay.
Cool.
What'd you get?
Yeah,
6. So as a giant owl, you will take half of 16 points of force damage to keep. Take half of 16 points of bludgeoning damage. You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as the water slams into you, causing you to tumble, and you are momentarily stunned
14. Oh, perfect.
by the effect.
Good job, buddy.
And you're now free falling.
Oh, and
Okay.
After the water passes by them, Baruch, it slams up into you. I need you to make a dex save as well. And just below your pelican, the water curls away and
18.
falls back down.
Oh,
Take half of 16 points of bludgeoning damage from the water.
I did that too because I saved. I only take 8.
Well, no, you're out of range.
Oh, I'm out of range.
You're
Oh, yeah,
you're
you
in the
guys.
hole.
I'm out of the hole,
I
right?
took it twice or just once?
And so it's all
Once.
Okay, good.
And I just
You saw
barely
how
missed
it's
the water.
Knocked it back down in the water. Anything else you want to do, Baruch?
Do I see it in the water?
You see it down in the water, but it's like twisted and
All right, so
kind of
one,
tumbling
two.
over itself, trying to right itself back up.
So now that it's below me again,
Poop on it.
God, she just needs a cold shower, man.
I already took one of those.
Drop trowel and poop on it.
here, just shove this behind her back.
There you go.
Do what now, Bonnie?
There you go.
No, put it lower.
Lower.
Lower it in the front.
That might help. That'll cool her off a little bit. I'm just gonna put Eldritch Blast it.
Now there's like a
I'm not
hot
gonna
water
I'm just
fountain
gonna
now.
stay here and just like
It just
fuck
burnt me.
you. So 4 Eldritch Blasts.
All right.
So,
The first 2 with advantage, the second 2 are with disadvantage.
Yep. So first shot, 14 plus 11, so 25.
That'll hit.
19 plus 11. So
That'll hit.
Hits. So 17 and 10, so that's
27.
And then, because the thing I was looking at was my spiritual focus, right? Anytime I could do damage, I had 6.
Okay. Now that second set of 2 would have been at disadvantage.
I haven't
but-
rolled the second 2 yet.
Okay. Those will be at disadvantage, but because you have height, they'll be at advantage. They'll be straight rolls.
Yeah. So I said 27 plus another 6, so 33.
33. Okay.
So straight rolls for the next 2. 19 and
19 will hit.
18.
Both will just hit. Well, 18 will just hit. 19 will definitely hit.
Okay, that's 17 and 1 plus 18 on 1. 8 plus 6, so 14 for the second.
Plus 6 is 13. No, 14.
14.
7 plus 6 is 13.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
So
that's it. That's all I do.
from your and Takit's vantage point, just these force blasts striking down into the water. You watch these huge chunks of meat and blood kind of splatter off the creature. It's actually showing some damage because it just took some significant falling damage as well. So once again, debris is crashing down into it as well. I'll finish your turn.
That finishes my turn.
Okay. Talia, you are up with Takit on deck. You're currently stunned.
How do I unstun myself?
That'll finish your turn.
The whole thing?
Unfortunately, because you're stunned.
It doesn't take some action points or, whatnot.
Under normal D&D conditions, stun is stun till.
The end of my turn.
Yeah. So I'll finish your turn. Takit, you're
Oh, is it
up.
back in the range of the
Takit, you're
Guardian?
currently falling. Oh, no, you're an owl. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought she was still holding on to you. So,
Even though
what?
I'm fine.
Is he back in the range of that Guardian?
He will start his turn there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's going.
She is stunned. And it's
Not
like
moving.
slowly kind of like tumbling over, but you can see she's trying to recover.
Grab her and flush her out.
Giant owl. What's a giant owl's strength?
Giant owl strength.
13.
+1.
And give me a strength check.
+1.
He's a large beast. He's a medium creature.
15, 16.
15, yeah. Spend 1 action point to get down to her. You spend the next action point to grab onto her. You have 2 action points left.
Up and down.
120
As far
feet.
as I can go.
You watch as a giant owl carrying a stunned Aarakocra goes right by you. Everyone's going up towards the holes, leaving kind of like you right there at the edge. That'll finish your turn, top of the 3rd round. Alba, you and Hans are up.
That there's something to look out there.
That's a free action.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what Hans? That's a giant squeeb. We should.
Get the calamari sauce. Get the calamari sauce.
You hear from the hole just Rude's voice. We're having calamari tonight, boys.
Not to dance. Let's go. I'm gonna help Hans for the rest of the cannons, and then Hans is already trying to.
Well, you're holding on to.
Are we? I know we did get back on the ship.
No,
Okay,
not yet.
so-
You're still hovering above the collapsing mountain. The ship's off to your right by 80 feet.
From 80 feet.
Don't you have one of the backpacks?
That'd be a
I
hell of
thought
a.
everybody had backpacks. So.
I don't know if they were wearing
I
it.
wasn't wearing mine.
Would be well, the 2 actions. I'm going to.
But I also have like.
I know you said it was a free action, but if I yell it out the one, get the ship started. These are up.
You know what? In your armor, it's hot.
Get the ship started. Give the cannon aim at a
Let's
certain
see.
area, and then shoot the cannon.
If I'm good
That's
enough
3
to
actions.
pack next
Yep,
week,
that's
I'll
what I figured
go.
I could. But those actions for Han and Alba to that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. You still have 1 action point left. If you want to use it.
We're gonna see that. Just gonna see that.
Well, there's no saving it because you get all 4 back at the end of your turn. So you can hold it as an action if you want to trigger an event.
We'll shoot the first cannon, and we'll have see how that
What's
goes.
the trigger?
The trigger for if we don't see anyone else coming by the layout in a few more minutes, he's gonna shoot another cannon.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
Where's Rude?
Amazonia, you are up with Maggot on deck.
Right. So I'm gonna see that everyone has pretty much managed to
Get up.
nope out of there,
Okay.
except for Baruch, who's still down below.
Okay.
So, am I able to see, like, if I'm able to get a clear shot at the monster?
I mean, yeah, it's in the water.
I'm gonna fire my pepper box at it twice.
Okay. First is with advantage. Second one is at disadvantage, but because you have height, it would be a regular roll. So the
Alright.
first one's at disadvantage. I mean, at
First
advantage.
one at advantage. So 12 plus 10, that's 22.
22,
for the
that'll
first
definitely
one.
hit.
And then the second one is just going to be a straight roll.
Yep.
Nat 20.
That'll definitely hit critical. We're doing gambler's luck, right?
Yeah.
So,
That's gambler's luck. So max damage right away. So how much does pepper box normally do?
1d10 plus 4.
So that's
14 points.
14. Now roll a d10 and add that to it.
One of these.
This one.
Yes.
10.
14 plus 10.
So
24 points. So what else do you do? So you have 2 action points left.
with my remaining 2 action points, I'm just gonna use movement to get as high up out of there as I can.
It's 120 feet. That'll get you right to the very first cannon hole that was made. And as you come up, you can see just to your right, Maggot and Alva. I was like holding on to Maggot's leg. And And then you can also see a giant owl holding on to Talia at this point. You're all kind of grouped up there. The only person still down there is Baruch.
You can get out of there.
Okay.
Oh, she goes,
I'll finish your turn.
Maggie's
Maggie,
got
you are up with the creature on deck.
Maggie's got some-
I'm up.
Mhm.
Okay. I will use. Can I use one of my actions to get over the ship, or does it cost me 2 actions?
It's 80 feet away.
So 2 actions.
Yeah, so two action points will get you there.
2 action points to get there. Do this ship have an anchor?
Not in the traditional sense, no.
Yes.
Okay.
During that time, Hans was already getting the ship back up during my turn. Was getting a cannon ready and then getting the ship up and ready to go towards.
That would keep him lateral, so he's still 80 feet away.
Okay. So I'll get to the ship
Okay.
and
It's usually just the time.
well, if we don't have an anchor, then I'm gonna go up to the helm. So I
Okay.
want to basically
Throw a keg of luminary dust in it.
boom hit the top of that where we put the 2 holes through
Right.
to
You're
see
gonna
it
damage. You're gonna kill our ship.
to see if it'll knock loose
Just got
debris
a
and
ship.
fall
Oh my
and
God.
fall
I
on
love
the-
it.
Just
So,
got a ship, and you're
as-
gonna run it into a mountain.
As Maggot comes over, kicks you off his leg, you tumble onto the deck of the ship. You bank around to land at the helm. While Hans is loading a cannon and getting it ready, you heave over on the helm to point it down into the surface of the
Right.
fractured rock. All of you watching Maggot do this, you watch as the airship like bounce into the rock. Luckily, you guys are all up above except for Baruch. Baruch is still down below. So, Baruch, as you're looking up,
Did we
you
get-
just see the entire mountaintop shatter above you. Huge chunks of rock are now plummeting down towards you. Hans and Alva, deck saves. Deck save to see if you get bounced off the ship when you slam into it.
Okay.
I love cinematics.
I guess the mountain wasn't hot.
24.
24, you're good? You're
That
good?
was definitely not hot.
So as you guys feel it, Baruch, give me deck saves to avoid the collapsing mountainside that's coming towards you.
Give yourself guidance.
I don't need it.
Give myself guidance.
You know, it's just
As soon as I pull out my vorpal weapon and put on my helmet of
I
intellectual
take my purple weapon, I
pervasiveness.
slice the big
I give myself
piece of
part
mountain
against
in
the
half. It falls past me.
I hold a
22.
portable pole over my head so every
Like all your shit inside is just pulverized.
Oh.
until the full thermal hole gets filled.
So as this huge volume of fresh collapsed rock comes down towards you, parts of it slam into the edge of the previous collapsing cratered area, which is causing more of a collapse. You're going to take half of 16 points of bludgeoning damage because all these pieces are bouncing off of you and around you. You're like, ooh. But now you're watching metric tons of rock falling towards the creature. And the creature's tentacles are up, and it just and huge globules of jelly.
I guess it's not calamari.
You watch as a giant tentacle tumbles up in the air. Getting the feeling that it might have gotten destroyed. Okay. So for now, we're out of initiative.
All right, yay! I got a beer.
So we there?
Can you hand me my tablet from over there? I meant to grab it. So there's a giant owl holding on to an exhausted, injured, and stunned Talia.
Well, I shouldn't
The
have done
ship
that already.
is
It was just
back up in the air again after bouncing.
Was it just done for a round?
How,
Yeah,
how
which you're
big
fine.
was that that tentacle that
The
fly-
tumbling past you? Maybe 8 feet long, 4 feet around.
I'm grabbing it.
8 feet long, 4 feet around.
around.
That's an image. Give me athletics.
I'll do it.
Don't rip your freshly human arms off.
Okay, I was gonna be like, I had no, I have to.
Can I help him?
Sure.
Well, yeah, because you could be coming up. You're hovering right above him, so
Yeah.
you could zoom down, see that he's trying to grab the tentacle.
You're just like, okay, just tie it onto my little thing. See if we can get it.
Tie it on to my little thing. Words, man.
Words back.
20.
The rest of you watch as a slime-covered Baruch is
Hugging
hugging this giant chunk of a tentacle, being dragged
Why?
by a squirrelkin putt-putting with their palanquin backpack. Like slime and ichor,
I
kind of like
drop it on the deck. I look up at the bat. Brought it for you, bitch.
immediately Belfry comes down, tears off a big piece of the meat, another big piece of the meat, and having a meal. For
Anything
sure.
to make sure he doesn't eat me.
Squirrel's always an appetizer.
Well, we want to explore.
Then I look at the.
This here.
You want to look at it and figure out what the fuck that was?
nature deck on the feature.
Are all of you collecting on the deck of the ship at this point? Getting on there, watching the last of the mountainside?
I want to
collapsing
pull
on
up
itself?
and get some height.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm gonna give her the help action on her nature check.
so you two are studying it. Okay.
Can I voluntarily turn back humans or back?
Oh yeah.
myself?
Oh, yeah.
I too would like to investigate.
Thank you.
Brooke just falls off the end of the ship, turns stone. 21. It is, you get the feeling that whatever derelict vessel that thing was that brought these laboratories here, this creature was like an amalgamation of maybe lots of genetic and organic material that somehow became this thing. As you're watching Belfry eat it, I mean, it's people, it's creature, it's a little bit of everything.
Okay, as long as it's not going to turn him into anything.
Does it taste like chicken?
Everything tastes like chicken.
I
You
know,
don't
it's okay,
what
that's
it
it.
is.
Okay.
So yeah.
Because God ran out of flavors. That's why rats and everything tastes like chicken. Squirrels.
Squirrels always taste like
Always
No,
taste
remember? Rat burgers.
Yeah, right.
But currently, you help get the ship up to about 500 feet. And you're just watching this ever expanding dust cloud as the whole thing continues to collapse in and in and in until finally, like,
Hey, Maggot, use your the
I-
spyglass and let's see the map.
Because I'm this freaking hybrid bat thing.
Oh, look at me, I'm hideous.
That's a little better than you normally do.
my hands with the freaking web and skin.
And
you can
feels
turn back
weird.
into yourself if you want.
Well, okay, that's what I was going to ask you
Yeah.
if I'm just stuck
That's
this way.
well.
Okay, so I'm going to turn back.
And you get the feeling the more you do it, the more it becomes at will and less reactive. Like you're learning how to control that process.
Okay.
Do I think that the entire ship is destroyed, or is there more?
It's a pretty large space. You get the feeling that
Under the different,
yeah, there
Masons?
could be
Like
things
what,
that
from
have
what I
survived.
know about where I went around, do I see that whole area collapsing or just
No, just
the
where you
one
guys
part?
were, that
Okay.
one section. But
So,
it
like-
definitely destabilized a lot of the rocks and mountains, and, or not mountains. Technically, they're rocks and mesas and kind of plateau-like rocks.
what I'm thinking
So-
is there are stacks of tottering rocks all over the place.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Are those protrusions of the ship? Do I think?
Possible. But you also had recently gotten the feeling that when you were down below discovering the place, that that this was once a giant mountain, and over many millennia as it wore down into these mesas that maybe what got left behind is now beginning to be more exposed. Probably the more interesting thing that you see, one of the rock-like areas almost looks like an inverted conical effect. Yeah. Has a strange look to it.
Do we think that there is possibly
Hans,
an
of course, for
alternate
that depression.
entrance?
Say that again?
Do we think there's possibly an alternate entrance to
Your
this
ship.
place?
You get the feeling there might be
Large.
lots of entrances
Large.
into this place.
What
It's
is-
massive. It's definitely
It's
massive.
fine.
You
I barely heard it.
do you steer it towards what Takeecha's pointed towards?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The airship gives the move. The sails kind of as you are now
Oh, yeah.
circling above
Short
the
rest.
conical shape. Yeah, you guys can take a short rest while Maggot's taking the ship over to that area.
What?
I was gonna say.
You guys can
do
take
a
over
maximum word.
Short rest.
if you want to. Sorry about the ship. It'll be okay.
You see fractures running up the side. You can see like all the fresh. You can see all the fresh repair from what Hans worked on. Like
That's
one
all.
of those fresh like boards they put on there is like peeled away.
Single tear falling down.
Hey.
It definitely worked.
Had to be done.
Hans can take investigation, see if he can figure out how much damage was caused.
Now, if I just smashed the ship and it was laying on top of the mountain right now, and we were all still being attacked by the monster, then you guys could be like, "Maggot, you asshole!"
Outside, just at the distance whispers made that bitch fall down.
Yeah, I had to make a deck save. It rolled a natural one.
Great.
Like, I mean, if you had
You remember those rubber sticky spiders?
Oh yeah, the flip. It was holding on like a little bit
21.
each time.
Calculates about 2 days worth of repair, maybe 12 points of structural damage, but it's functioning. The engine's fine. Yeah, it's mostly structural.
Okay. Also add a D8. If you roll your hit dice, then I'm going to do the song of rest. You add a D8 to your HP.
Oh, okay. So,
So you can roll a hit dice.
I rolled 2 dice.
Okay.
I rolled
Christ.
it. Hold on.
Phone thing says,
So just
don't worry, he'll buff out.
roll this, and you add 7 more hit points.
So yeah, it's currently on your short rest.
If you
Maggot steers the ship over the conical shape, like rock encrusted series of protrusions.
Hmm? Okay, I'm at your depression, master.
Because we're level 9.
I'm at the depression,
You don't
master.
have to take all of that. So you get-
But you get to add. I'm playing a little.
Can you
D8,
lean over?
So you get to add a D8.
It's a,
Plus
it's,
Thank you.
And
this
then he sucks it
old
back
man
up.
with glasses. Thank you very much. It just looks like a hollowed out, inverted conical shape. It does look like there's something down inside the interior of it. But at this height, hard
How
to
big
tell.
is it? Can I move the ship?
Yeah,
down
you
the
could.
bottom?
It's pretty big.
Okay.
Can we use the spyglass?
Perception
Okay.
with advantage if you want
All right, sure.
to take a better look.
Well, and then it shows pops up on the map, right?
Oh yeah, it would show up on the map.
So I got it with my perception.
I want to know one of the raspberries.
26.
26.
Like how it
There
says that
is
that it's
a
gonna add it,
flat-
but it didn't.
Like metal surface, and it looks like from all the explosions and collapse and everything, a bunch of rock has shifted away. You could see a metal door lying flat, like you could enter in this way into something
Like a trapdoor.
bigger, a lot bigger, maybe
Like-
10, 15 feet in total size.
Can I use
I
my
don't know what you
putter
guys,
putt
but
and check it out?
I'm a little jacked up.
Do what?
I'm all
You
done.
need to rest.
No, I want to go down and look at the door a
We should
little
come
bit
back
closer.
and
You get on your little pelican and hit the throttle. As he's lowering the ship,
And check it out tomorrow.
you get ahead and get all
Then
the
we
way
gotta
down
go
to the
Then
bottom.
we gotta see if we can
Give me
jump
investigation. You're
So,
hovering
did
right
you-
above the door.
Did you take short rest?
back. No, because I was busy piloting the ship.
7.
7. Looks like a large metal door.
1d8.
There's a strange 3-fingered handprint on the side of the door, like near its edge.
Okay, so I get
But other than that, no writing,
8d6.
no anything. The conical shape is huge and massive all around you. You can see the airship slowly lowering down, come deeper into the spot.
Do I have?
Yeah.
I assume I have
What do you quad to?
like a scroll with me. I want to trace the handprint.
Okay.
Bring it up there.
You undo a piece of parchment,
Nakabashi.
put it on there, get out some of that grease pencil. You start. Give me a performance check as you do that.
As you touch it, it sucks you in.
6.
6. So you lay the paper across it, you put your hand on it, you start like matching it.
You know,
And you
why
feel
don't
it-
you take a rest?
As you watch them get lower, you feel it
I'm good. Thank you.
click. And as it clicks, you hear a weird kind of noise. And then
No, we were just
you hear a language that you don't recognize. You hear a siren or a klaxon suddenly go off. As you're lowering the ship, the whole conical starts shaking and vibrating. The huge metal gate like pivots open, but then it does it like accordion style. There's more gates that you didn't see.
Okay.
It's like klaxon going off. You see this giant orange ring start to like heat up.
Move. We're in the barrel of the cannon.
As this large propulsion sound is now kicking off. What are you doing?
Getting the heck out of there.
Come on back on you. And you guys see, as you guys are halfway into the conical shape,
Yep.
you see this little pelican just yelling. Evan's always like, yeah. Oh, she's getting up towards the ship.
Hey, I'm not the only one.
What happened?
She went down ahead of you and
I
wanted
went
to
down to
trace
look
the
at the
hand,
door, and I
but
saw
she
a weird
accidentally
handprint.
opened it and initiated the engine sequence.
putting the handprint on the bottom of the engine. How is that?
Tiny little hand being
I know,
fell
but
through the
that's
cracks.
the stupidest.
This is how we're gonna
button for
stop
an
it.
engine.
Start it. Maybe there's a door off to the side. Like, okay, let's start.
That's the stupidest, like on button for an engine. I'm going to
Why-
stand on
Why
it.
don't? How about this? Why didn't you talk
And
to
it's
the
going
race
go,
or the person who created the ship?
Fucking Jerry.
I balls to the wall.
You guys all feel the airship suddenly go vertical.
And I just go,
The airship is climbing as fast and as hot as it
and as
can.
soon as I get over that lip,
And as you get over the lip, you guys all look over, and the whole area is just engulfed in flame. It burns for like a minute and then shuts off. And there's just this billowing smoke coming out of it.
I get
Anyone saw that?
I get up like a couple thousand feet.
Yeah,
and I
you're like-
put on autopilot and I go to bed. Fuck this
You
place.
pull the autopilot, which is basically a rope.
a rope on
tie
one
off
side, a
the
rope on the
helm.
other. Yeah. Cut it back to half speed and then I go to bed.
But like literally, as you get it up stabilized, you're watching the last trails of the smoke coming out of that conical device. The sun's now setting.
Okay. I
As
go
it's
to
now
sleep.
early evening.
I think we should just stay around here to sleep on the ship. Usual ships.
Yeah, let's just go to bed.
Yeah.
Tired.
I'll take the first floor.
I'm jacked up. I
Okay.
got suction cup
I'll just
You gotta take
suckers
that.
Yell down your side.
on my side and
Meanwhile,
bruises and
and,
cuts.
does Belfry have a
Bumps on my
distended
head.
belly?
My
Oh,
wife's hitting me.
Belfry's been- there's like Belfry created a nest in the calamari meat where Belfry's literally like dog style rolling in it and then taking a bite. rolling in it, and then taking a bite, and is now just sound asleep, buried and just
I'm just gonna
Just
kind
kind
of.
With a big, huge, distended gut.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go over and
Farting.
I'm just gonna give him a pat on the head.
Bad fish farts.
He doesn't shit on her shit.
fish first.
Smells like a an aquarium that 5 fish died in 3 months ago.
One of those fish farms that just got left in after Katrina for who knows how long. Everybody died in it.
That's all right.
Came back, died.
The only thing alive in it's
Dark,
sea
bro.
monkeys.
But dark.
Have you not seen those abandoned fish farms?
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen them.
yeah.
Yeah, it's still dark, bro. It's still very dark.
Bro.
You live in dark places.
It's awesome,
Yes, I do.
dude. Let's go visit them.
Right?
Let's go fishing.
Okay.
Called
They just
fishing,
need a net. They're
not
stuck.
catching.
They're stuck in a pond. You just walk through. Hey.
So Baruch is taking first watch. Who's all starting their long rest now?
Start
Me,
my long rest.
Okay.
they,
Remember,
I'm gonna pop my
Baruch,
long
you need
rest.
to sleep now.
Can we lock the squirrel someplace?
Bad squirrel, no dinner.
See, Lisa, I just started a collapse. She started something that could have burned
Okay.
everybody.
So Hans and Baruch are on first watch.
Hold on a sec. The memory spell, what was it? Yeah.
That was like 4, I think, 3 or 4.
Did I prep three?
Don't worry, we have calamari.
You love that spell.
I don't like starving.
It's basically like a tasteless cracker and like a little handful of gray paste.
You know, I'm just gonna.
It's enough to get by.
You know,
Before
no. The one I sent you, Earth
I'll
the
give
sausages.
him one shot of memory spell myself.
Okay.
before long rest, I'm gonna cast good berry.
Okay.
That way I've got a handful of
Full of good berries
the
ready
next
for the
day.
next day. Okay.
1 HP and
So Hans and Baruch on the first watch. Give me perception checks as the airship at 2,000 feet is just kind of slowly circling the site.
Why do we have to go up that high?
Just where
That's why I
Maggot put it.
decided because I don't want anything to be able to hit us.
18.
18, 16. Between the two of you, you could see a significant amount of wildlife evacuating the area. Like, you get the feeling that all that collapse, all that noise, all that tremor, you're now just experiencing like an epic 2 square
Migrational
mile
herd.
area.
Plus the sun coming out at night.
Wait. Question.
Yeah.
So wait, are any of these migrations headed toward where we came from?
No, they're sporadic. They're in different
Okay,
directions immediately away from
Fleeing.
their
Okay, yeah, I'm like-
perceived idea of where the threat's coming from.
Yeah, like, well, we're gonna get back home and
Is the planet off
everyone's
course
gonna
for
be
the stars
fucking
that you're
crazy.
looking
Like, oh my god!
It wasn't that powerful,
Okay.
but it's basically like a mini volcano for like 1 minute or
It
60
was
seconds.
an Earth part.
So what were you saying?
Going on. Watch. We're gonna get back home, and there's gonna be like a monster surge on the ground.
Just nods, nails, and mouths. Gonna go fix the ship.
By the way, next time we go investigate something like that, come with us, please.
She did. Of course,
Yeah.
the very, very exhausted.
Yeah, but they left me to mess with mechanical things.
Sounds like a huge problem. doesn't it?
Sounds like it. It sounds like an everybody problem. You know.
Have to pull the lever.
You're like. Now I'm just. I try to do the
Yeah, while you're on watch, you can just hear Hans like doing that heavy sigh of someone who like did all the laundry and then someone got mud all over the laundry.
Yeah.
never
So if he's going to go do any repairing, if he needs to do any roll, then bardic inspiration
Okay.
way out.
Your sleep. What are you doing in your sleep?
And I want to I want to do the
Better sleep guidance.
Hail from Beyond.
Okay.
And what I roll on that. So just I need some to do some of those inspiration. Roll. That
You get 1d12 and years from this.
Oh, I get 12 more years of memories.
1d12.
Roll.
The lights got
As you try to take my back.
It feels nice.
So what are you doing, Baruch?
I'm trying to. Well, apparently I get memories back.
Oh, with the memory spell, yes.
I get 3 years.
And he rolled over my. Oh, I draw.
Sorry.
I get 11 years back of memories.
Okay.
Not sure what. And then for my what is spirits?
What are you doing,
He
Bill?
rolled over the little drawstring for my
Oh,
dice
it's
bag.
all up in the caster.
Yep. Thank you.
There you go, Zelda.
So
I mean, his name's technically Link.
Link.
Yeah.
so I
Fucking boomer.
think during my next until I take the my next long rest, I have the choice of becoming invisible for a minute.
Okay.
And
Okay.
use that once.
It's fair. So who's taking second watch?
I will.
Talia and Amazonia and
Or those two can.
Alva
I'll
and
take the
Amazonia? Okay.
When I hear them coming up, that's when I'll use the invisibility.
Okay.
You still need to sleep, human.
As I walk up, I just wait and go. Okay, it's your turn.
Give me perception checks during your watch.
I go and I take a look.
Don't quit your long rest
16.
until after he
16?
says you guys complete a long rest.
Oh, I know.
Something happens
Right,
in the
three.
middle of the night.
So the two of you are near the helm's deck. The ship is silent. Everyone's asleep. It's late now, so it's late into the watch. There's a feeling that as you look down at the now vacant area where all the tottering rock and the tottering valley were, and you had heard from the others that were on watch, from Hans and Baruch, that they had noticed creatures kind of like escaping the area after all the destruction. The two of you watch as against the moon and the starlight, as this tremendously large draconian visage, so far out there and barely on the edge of your vision, kind of like arcs up. That's that classic kind of in front of the moon thing with its wings coming together. It kind of pirouettes slightly and then flies away in a northerly direction away from you. And after a few moments, you just
It was away from us, though.
and clearly did not take an interest or maybe didn't notice the ship. The feeling that you disturbed a lot of things that had made their home down, including a very large dragon who's probably down. It is now flying northward.
Towards my
Should we
home.
be worried about this?
So you're south.
Okay.
You saw them. Just
Okay.
Wait, isn't center point towards the north?
The dragon just flew towards center.
Well, now we have a reason to go there, so we have to go there and warn them.
No, Crown Spire,
Crown
Where's
which is the capital
the
of.
center point thing come from?
That's in the wastes. It's in the very center. It bifurcates both the east and west from each other. Center point is where they signed the treaty. It has.
What's the big city we're going to?
We haven't picked the big city.
Yeah, the big one that we're not supposed to go to.
Center point.
Center point. Okay.
Center point, but you guys were going to go check
you
the
guys
lab out and then go to
The beach.
The beach.
the beach, Pebble
Pebble
Beach,
Sands.
Pebble
When did
Sands.
we ever decide to do that?
Couple sessions ago.
Yeah,
No, we
Yeah.
decided to do that.
They did.
you were
It was
probably
I
right
tried to
taking a
stay
nap.
away from it.
We decided that
No.
Center Point was mischief,
Correct.
Danica was horrible,
Yes.
and Crown Spire was closed.
Yeah. You
No,
want
it
to go
was,
to Crown
I thought it
Spire?
was Center Point was closed.
Center Point was closed.
Yes.
Crown Spire
But-
was.
Center Point's closed. but we can still
Whatever, I'll
get
go
mystery.
wherever. I'm on a Gias, so I have to do whatever you tell me.
Yes.
Well, you know.
All right, who's taking third watch?
I'll take your
Well,
watch.
before
Keith and Talia taking third
I
watch.
got my rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Are we going to
I'll go on bed.
All right.
Yes, well done.
You asshole.
So you and Taki kind of come out of your rest and track down Amazonia and Alva, and they proceed to tell you.
there was like a dragon.
Another one?
Yeah.
We definitely disturbed something. I
It-
think like that.
Yeah. it didn't see us. It just went that way.
Also, you know, little things from what everybody else knows. Little things in the flying and a big thing, and I'm going crazy.
It's fun to sleep.
Taki and Talia, give me a perception check as you do the final watch.
21.
Okay.
Not natural.
Never would have guessed.
I did not roll a 21.
11. Shouldn't the other one be an unnatural?
11.
Unnatural.
Your guys' watch goes pretty much undisturbed. Nothing strange can be seen. The place become quite quiet, and as the dawn kind of breaks, you can see the activity of your good works. Just metric tons and a solid half a square mile of rubble and debris that once used to be this kind of like pretty valley of mesas and everything. It's just now
Craters.
rubble and craters.
Where you put your mark on that?
All of you are awake. Take a long rest.
Maybe this is what
Beginning-
they meant by when they said humans were dangerous.
Yeah, right?
So are squirrels.
Yeah.
Hey, that
Squirrels
wasn't on
are
purpose.
normally
I was
we need to
trying
kick her
to
off.
bring back the plan to show you.
I don't think
We need
the
to kick her off
fire
the
did
ship.
as much damage as the lever did.
We're going to have to kill haul you this one time.
You can see Belfry.
You still see the
Barely able to fly. Also, this massive white shit just comes out.
So
He's has to like flap
Not
twice.
a fucking seagull.
Work off that, work off that tentacle. Work off
He's
that
like
tentacle.
hands flap twice as hard.
We need some guano.
Okay.
did all of the shit, including the engine blast, not loose anything to the point where we can see the whole ship?
Give me a perception check as the airship is circling. The side. You come down a little bit
Would you like
closer.
me to go back down
13?
and take a look? I won't touch anything.
Amazonia, don't go down without us.
It's a mix of rubble, twisted iron. There could be more, but it's hard to tell. 22. As you get lower, Brooke, you notice that there's a section of the strata of the rock that is buckled under, and metal has peeled and curled over. And that would have been near where the fire blast had come out. And it's kind of exposed a cavity, like an empty space underneath where that all took place. It's one of the few spots that you notice that doesn't have like a lot of debris piled into it or anything.
How big is the
Maybe 30 feet across.
could the
And
ship fit in it?
no, it's
The ship fit next to it.
you could hover next to it
Shit
down
fits
where it
where?
is. Yeah.
Hey guys, I think I found a place where we could try the ship up to and check out.
Do we want to go in? Is it going to be stable?
Hard to tell. I mean, it looks like it should be fine.
I mean, that makes sense.
Send
Well,
in
it's
the,
not like alive or
send in the
anything.
squirrel.
Another hole.
Then in the squirrel,
Send in the squirrel.
she climbs onto the pelican and full throttle.
Press button.
You start circling it. Give me a perception check if you start examining
What's these 4 rocks stacked on top and it seems like a huge weight's on them? Spin up!
it.
Oh, I'm gonna pick up a little idol here.
Yeah.
That one.
It's this
That
idol that
one?
says don't touch in every language. I'm gonna touch it.
There doesn't appear to be anything threatening. It looks perfectly fine.
All right, I go in.
Big red button with the skull on it.
All right, we're going in.
Going in where?
Going in.
She comes back and reports everything looks fine.
Where are we going in?
We want to check it out, or we want to hit out down.
Ship won't fit, but you can hover near it.
We're gonna be clowns on the ship again.
Hans just looks
Well,
over.
I have a thought. Since we're dealing with mechanical things in this ship, do you think Hans would be better below?
Oh, it's just making the face like.
I don't know.
Or,
Belfry will guard the ship.
or you
It's all
can
right.
send it
Hans
up
can stay on
and
the
just
ship.
take the key with you.
No.
Oh, wait.
Take the key with you.
You know, just.
I have a
just
horrible
in
thought.
case,
What if we
you know,
feel
she-
fine?
Alvin
What if we just
was
try to find a dead body?
I'm gonna put on my little backpack thing
Zombie.
Have a zombie watch
Because-
the ship.
Zombie pilot.
and I'll just put the ship a couple hundred feet up where nothing can get it, and then we'll just all get off of it.
You do all the leather strapping and everything.
I will
Hans
have
put
I
the
will
hand
have
out,
my
you can't-
familiar
I can't fly.
sit on the
You
ship.
got a thing.
I don't know if I got it.
Yeah, you did.
Everybody got one.
Yeah,
Everybody got one.
Yep.
No,
But it's
everybody
okay.
got one.
Everybody
You
got
can
one.
wear your backpack. You don't have to use it and use up the fuel.
It doesn't matter. It's like there's a dead body that's been up there for 5 years, flying around.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
There you go.
The fuel lasts for fucking ever, so don't worry about it.
Wait, guys, hang on. It's about that time of year.
I think
You watch
Yeah.
the corpse.
Okay. Let's shift the pool.
But like
Who
after
had
I'm
left,
not
who had left arm missing? Who had left arm missing? Then lift up. You win. You win the pot.
It reminds me of Love, Death, Robots when those robots go to
Yeah.
visit all the
Yeah.
dead human cities, you know.
Says the cat. Like, oh yes, when they gave us the ability to build our own cat.
They were no longer needed.
Oh God, what happened? I might explode.
Okay, how long's it going with? Okay.
7 gold packs, and the refills last for 2 to 3 years.
So,
You're okay.
apparently Hans needs an adventure too.
Let's go, Hans.
Or you guys eat them all.
Yeah, here you go.
She's been eating them
I
all.
hit the one. I hit the first row.
The first roll of 50.
Almost.
First row at the top.
What the fuck?
I know.
There's literally 3 left. The last time I took one, there was a row and a half.
No, there wasn't.
You ain't getting this shit back.
His monster attacks. What monster? He'll figure it out. Roll initiative.
The spawn of the weird tentacle thing.
Yeah.
Revenge of the
First side
Sun.
is chest.
Oh yeah, and a belfry.
Chest bursters.
So who all's using backpack? Okay.
Use my ring.
You have your
I thought-
ring and your.
Yeah, I have the backup just in case. but, like,
So you guys kind of like you're like getting used to them, and you can see the luminary shard does burn off and create the exhaust in the back, and they steer pretty easily. They move with your weight when you shift, and all of you just kind of are slowly kind of circling this huge open expanse below you. What do you guys do?
like before y'all come
Where's
down
the
with
hole?
those
I look
things,
for the
I go
button.
down first.
Where's
You
the
look for the button.
That looks like
I
that.
I go down to the floor and see if I find any of that. If I find any more of the luminary shard chalk.
Oh, yeah. This area that you're in is quite away from that area.
Okay.
This is where the conical shaped device kind of.
Yeah.
Or-
Again, I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, it's safe to land.
Give me survival when you do
I
that.
think.
While he's doing that, I'm going to be puttering around looking for any more doors.
Perception.
I go down with him.
Okay.
10.
10. Okay. 16. You have help. Give him the help advantage.
Help advantage.
So yeah, you can roll again. Take the higher of the two.
16, but I believe I could add, since I'm not proficient in it, I can add, so 18, because I can add
Okay.
bard shit.
Okay.
You don't have any bonuses for perception?
I'm half proficient.
So as you examine the immediate area, you don't find any other egresses, doors, or anything. Just more rubble piled up. Baruch, there are some very large tracks near this opening. Do you guys all share the story about the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay. These are clearly dragon tracks. A dragon came out of this hole.
Go back up to the ship.
Hey, we can find a dragon horde!
Burn.
Hurry!
We burned the dragon. This was
Oh.
charred by the engine.
This was the area where all that flame came out of the conical device. Yes.
Okay.
And rip
Great.
open
We
part of the
pissed off
Yeah.
the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
We didn't!
Oh, it was
Let's hurry. Let's see what we can
Amazonia
find
and
get the
Baruch
fuck
have
out.
the same argument for what they did. Yeah.
I'll go in there and see if there's any treasure. We'll wait.
All right, fine.
Oh no, I'm coming.
Woo!
Might be magic.
I stay out the. I just stay off the ground and go.
I'm
Wee!
behind.
I'll
I
go
don't
with
know.
them. Just like out of
So is the engine's right there?
I'm looking for eggs.
You know how like where the
Yeah.
conical hit that area, it blew up and out. So it peeled the bulkhead back and curled it away.
Oh,
It's this big 20, 30-foot space that's wide open.
okay.
And along its edge, you can see these kind of like the dragon footprints are maybe 8 feet across, maybe 9 feet in length. It could be ancient.
Can I
Oh
fly?
yay!
Can I
am.
fly
I'm
that
looking for-
thing
I'm
and-
looking for eggs.
Can I fly that thing and keep concentration spell at the same time?
You should be able to.
Detect magic.
Okay. As you start hovering down into the opening, you start flying down into the opening. Baruch is hovering as well. Amazonia, are you following them into the
Yep.
opening? And then Hans is following. Where are you?
I'm gonna fly up and look
Yeah.
around with my.
A spyglass.
I'm looking around all over.
Okay, just like you're like checking the horizon.
Yeah, I'm checking the horizon, which way that dragon went.
That's fair. Give me perception with advantage while everyone else is descending into the cave.
While descending, I'm going to be using my primeval awareness to see
Okay.
if there
14.
are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within a mile.
Yeah, there's one right next to you.
Hey, I don't think anymore.
Damn it.
But that's the only one you sense.
That's the only one I said.
Everything else you do not sense within a mile. You see nothing on the horizon. So far,
Okay.
it's a clear day, clear morning, no immediate threat of any kind on the horizon.
Okay. All right, I'll go back down.
Yeah, you eventually catch up. As you guys make your way down through,
What's your
your
favorite terrain?
Can we have like white motorcycle helmets on?
What's your
Jumpsuits with like stars on them. I always think about the guy that used to zoom into the Coliseum and stuff.
Evil Knievel?
No, like no, the guy with the jetpack.
Oh, yeah.
Is this desert?
Or a forest.
Desert.
Okay, so it's up to 6 miles.
So it's up to 6 miles away that I can get that.
Hmm.
What's your favorite terrain?
In this case, 6 miles to the east, at the very edge of your sense, is an undead, sentient kind of consciousness that you pick up on briefly and then lose track of it. Like it gets out of your range.
What's to the east?
The Badlands, like all the places you don't want to go, where all the
Organica.
dinosaurs are, where it's
Where we live.
you guys are south.
Oh, okay.
It is
Okay, so it wasn't a long ago.
it is considered the Badlands of the Crooked Finger region. It's that gap of travel after you leave the mire and start going up towards Crown Spire. Its ground spire is completely surrounded by iron mountains.
It's an
What's it
undead.
actually be down?
It's an it's like this undead consciousness that you pick up on,
Yeah, and the yogurt.
and then
The
it's
yogurt.
almost as maybe it
And the cookie
recognized what you were doing, and quickly
Got
went out of range. Yeah,
And I have
here you can
light-
have them back. I don't want any more.
I have light going as well.
Eat them. You wanted them. You eat them.
Was there one left?
No, I just gave her an empty box.
So
Would have been funny if you
going.
get-
Hey,
I'm gonna
if
note.
I get an empty box, at least I can just give her a box.
I'm gonna note that, but not tell anyone yet.
You're big into that noting stuff, but not telling us, huh?
Well,
Oh.
it's 6 miles away. So
Did that
it
really
doesn't-
come from Maggot's owner? Really? Do they even know about your hobgoblin murder spree in the middle of the Crown Spire when you took out the pimp that was running the whorehouse?
The flaming murder spree?
Right?
Yeah, we heard that, we just heard, oh man, there was an explosion and many
I just
died.
want to, make sure that meta is being fought equally.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Yeah,
You got me. You got me.
it's a sentient.
Well, but that's
undead
not
that's
doesn't
like
anything to
6
do with it.
miles away. It's not in the direction that we're planning on going in.
Yes, this
So it doesn't really make
From
sense.
everything you've overheard, to Keat and some of the other hunters talk about, it feels like the very dead center of the Badlands area that no one really ever actually goes to, is what it feels like.
It's Danica.
If
Right? Person. That's where Danica is.
The half orc.
You don't know that. Meta
if,
magic.
if we
my
decided
meta
to
magic.
go in that direction, if we decided to go towards the Badlands, I would mention it.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
we're not going that direction. So it's like, don't need to worry about it right now.
Okay. As you guys are going lower into the cavern below, the very first thing that hits you is the heat. There's still a lot of residual heat down here. See lots of soot.
Glass.
Some of the slag of the rock has been glazed over with the heat.
That would be something that you're
Yeah,
What's
kind
my-
of.
What's my Geiger counter say?
And then as you guys
Well,
get
we're going in the
lower
dark.
and lower, you're now in a more of a kind of rocky protrusion and egress, like this rocky space. And below, you can see this strange liquid pool below you, just kind of undulating, and there's a heat coming up off of it, and it's got like a yellow orange glow with things floating on the surface of it.
Does it look like magma?
No, there's no sulfur smell.
Magma.
Hot magma. It's got sharks with
Laser
laser
beams on the
beams in
freaking
it.
heads.
Does it look like molten gold? Molten metal?
Yeah, in fact, on the edges of it, where it's starting to cool, it feels like a giant slag pile of coin that liquidated. Just kind of, and it's slowly cooling.
Yeah.
But you can also see behind it and spills behind it that didn't get affected by the fire. You can see this huge coin spill. You can see armor. You can see these giant metal chests. You can just see all these things spread out, kicked over, kind of knocked across the way,
Yeah,
spread out everywhere.
Detect magic running.
You're still, if you want to get closer to the undamaged area of the treasure mound, your detect magic starts to go off. There's at least a dozen things down there that you're getting a ping of detect magic.
Are they
Oh,
hot?
it's such a trap.
This is a Jason trap, guys.
It's cooler than it is warmer over there.
It just means
But you can also see that when the blast kicked in and blew everything backwards, you get the feeling that the heart of the blast turned everything to slag, and what was behind it was sheltered from the bulk of the heat. So behind it, you can just see lots of things spread all over the place.
Remember that paper you wanted?
I'll start pointing out magic items. There, that,
Okay.
that.
But I'm looking for a dragon.
Give me survival or nature as you start looking.
Bardic
And
inspiration.
it's magic crossbow. Pistol.
You said
Uh,
nature.
Nature or survival.
nature or nurture.
Survival 22.
22. Based on what you're seeing, if there was a nest or a broodery,
Right
it
in the bottom.
probably got vaporized when the engine went off. Oh, you guys are so mean.
Let's get the expedition.
I killed it!
Stop.
Yay!
We have access to part of a dragon's hoard without the dragon. I'm fine
Wait,
with
magic item.
You kind of lower, and as he's pointing.
What's up for him?
Okay, so you're doing that. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm grabbing
gonna go
whatever
that.
he's pointing at.
Grabbing jewels, coins, and
I'm gonna start
Turning
just
up
like,
magic.
and if it looks like it's too hot to touch, I just like try to pull it.
I just
like,
empty all the common shit out of my backpack and I'm just shoveling in
I'm ready.
gems and everything.
Give me investigation or survival. Start examining the backside of the wall structure where all this is kind of collected
don't
up.
press any
against.
buttons, turn any knobs, or pull any levers. We're taking shit.
Back inside.
Now I dump all like the normal shit out of my backpack and I'm just gems and all the gems I could get in there.
Pull out underwear.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everything that I can put into the robe of many pockets, I'm stuffing.
This will take time to do all this collection.
Yeah.
So we'll resolve that in a moment.
While they're all doing that, I'm looking around to see if I can
I've got
see
my-
anything
got my-
else that
My,
resembles the simian.
Okay.
Don't.
The words.
But
Lab.
no.
Give me investigation.
You.
That's just a holder.
It's not zero.
6.
6.
That's just holder.
And information.
As you go off to start looking for something, the others are just like toddler style, scooping all the chocolate chips into the bag. Hans, you go over to the back side of the wall where all this is kind of piled up on it. Your engineering brain, while you're looking at the wall for one purpose, half buried under the coin spill, is this very strange 6 foot long, 2 foot wide cylindrical object that has some kind of plate glass transparency on top of it. And while everyone else is busy, you're looking at this and you can see this strange face. It's got giant opaque eyes, a tiny little mouth, and a tiny little nose,
Jerry!
a tall neck, and it's got all of this like weird gray skin.
Is it naked?
Oh, stark, butt naked.
But it looks like a Ken doll downstairs.
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh god.
Because like there's no like genetic disposition towards gender or anything.
It's got a
Just
tattoo.
has a very neutral look to it. There's a strange alien-like writing on the edge of the panel, and you can see inside a green blinking light, like just soft green blinking light.
Don't touch it! Get treasure! Get treasure! Then deal with aliens.
I did yell that. I did
While,
yell, don't
while I'm looking around, do I
No one
see,
else was like, Joe,
do
why
I
should
see him
you?
find it?
The pressure.
Pressing constant mention this stuff.
Well, and Hans is very intrigued by the mechanical nature of it. You know, it's like, I mean, he's even like, he picks up a diamond like the size of his head, throws it out of the way just to kind of
Just
dig to get at more. You're not over there.
Pick that up.
And you're like digging and moving shit out of the way. You can see
No, diamond.
he's
They
like
can help me bring people back
he's
to
like
life.
one of others. You can see about a half dozen of these cylindrical items are submerged underneath this coin spell.
okay.
They're like stacked.
I'm not caring about the coin, right? Just,
Yeah,
I
you're just
want to
trying
see
to
what's going
expose
on here.
as much of this as you can. What were you looking for again?
I was looking for
Anything simian that might have related to the
about
simian lab.
the experimentation.
Like
would I have
wordage or
seen?
anything
Would I have seen her find that?
No, because you're off on the other side while
Okay.
they're all gathering. However, what's your passive perception?
12.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say you said there was the one cylinder with one in there, but does the other cylinders look like there's more in there too, or did it?
Could be. Just it's gonna take a while to dig through all that coin spill. It's almost like wherever they were, they got blasted up and over and tumbled and stacked against the wall, is what it feels like. And then the coin spill kept getting blasted and eventually covered most of the objects.
So I definitely keep it.
Yeah. Okay. What's your passive?
12.
Okay. That would be enough to notice it while you're looking for something specific. You find the remains of an alchemy station, but it's made up of devices and gadgets that you're not familiar with. There's a small metal box with a strange writing and a skull on it. You don't recognize the writing as human writing, so you definitely don't recognize that. It appears the box has been damaged, so the latches are all kind of twisted and contorted. You kind of quickly open the box and look in. There's these two glass bottles. They have skulls on them, writing on them, like these strange kind of lines crossing through the skulls. And they're a weird kind of like thick green, noxious looking liquid that kind of just is burbling and kind of has a thick gelatinous to it.
I'm going to just stick the whole thing in my bag.
Yeah, open up your bag. Drop both bottles.
Very
in there.
carefully close it
Yeah.
all up. And
Yeah. Okay. So, for those of you working the coin pile, for the first hour that you do this, okay, collectively, you find 8,622 gold
Hold on, 8,622 gold.
and 4,232 platinum and 2,136 silver pieces. That was just dealing with the coin spill. There's at least 2 days more worth of work here.
And there's slag we can send the goblins back.
Eventually, yeah.
We're,
And in that first hour, no warning from Belfry, no
What's there?
sign of the dragon. Your sense going off again if you choose to see if you notice the presence.
what about
I
gems?
would keep it going.
Well, you guys, you're going to spend another hour working.
Okay.
You know, increases risk, obviously,
And
but
Like he
and
was
my,
pointing
my
out
familiar's
for-
up there too.
Yeah, but he was also pointing out magic items.
correct.
Yeah, he was pointing out that.
So, between the coin spill and the items, you find 3 long swords, 2 short swords, 2 shields, a full suit of plate mail armor,
What is your shit like that?
2
Rings?
suits of leather armor. What are we at? 9 items?
2 leather armor.
Yep. We're at 9 items, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And the final 2 items, one is a strange looking box that was pinging with a latch on it. The other one is a kind of small looking bag, which you immediately recognize as a bag of holding.
I start shutting the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hold it
I
open.
will
I'll
find
just
out
hold it
what's in the
open.
bag of holding
I will
later.
literally
Literally, you
open it.
guys watch as Talia opens it, realizes it's a bag of holding, grabs a handful of coins, and as she jams it in, they immediately spill back out.
It's full. Okay.
It's fine. Pull something good.
Maybe.
There's a woman with lots of experience playing games with me.
All right, I'm like, hang on. I'm gonna try something. I reach into the bag and I just think of like platinum coins.
Nothing comes out.
You wanna
Undead
take the
Lich.
time? Hold on.
Dead Lich. Conundrum. Is that
Undead Lich.
oxymoron?
I said
All
undead.
right. All right.
You
Empty.
doing it?
Turn over, say empty. As you turn it over and say empty, almost close to about 150 books come spilling out. Just all over the ground.
Oh, good. We can have a fire tonight.
Putting them back in for Tiki.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
What's this?
I
Goblin
look at
Pits?
one. I do.
Yeah, it's a me issue. I didn't got this one yet.
I look at one.
Looking at the title.
Yeah.
Title.
You're like,
I'm looking at
Toilet
the
paper.
title.
Fold it up, put it in.
Encyclopedia
Any
Britannica.
titles? Any titles?
What language is? Well, you wouldn't recognize the language, unfortunately.
Hey, squirrel.
Yeah.
Chicken soup for
Come
the
here.
alien soul.
No, I
I'll
speak
wander over.
Orc,
How to cook
Goblin,
human.
Draconic, and Orc.
Oh, wait,
you read
what's that
this?
one?
Can I read
I'll
it?
look at it.
Is it?
Comprehend languages.
Nope,
Comprehend languages.
no luck. Doesn't seem to.
Okay,
Can,
do we
Be able to
want
read
we
it.
can't read?
am I
Yes.
able to read it?
For now.
No, you don't recognize it
Don't
either.
recognize it?
For
All
now.
right, fine.
Well,
No, but I
take it
don't
up to
know.
the ship, empty the books in the hold, and then come back down.
Well, they're 6 foot, 3 foot.
Okay, yeah.
It's more about
I'll do that.
exposing them. So I'll say in your hour of activity, you expose 4 of the cylinders, and they all have equal looks about them. One of them's cracked. The other 3 are fine with green lights. The cracked one has just this red light that's on. It already
Adventure
looks
Brothers.
decayed.
The space station had a
Can-
trouble light.
Amsonia go
It
over
was a
and
red trouble light. It was blinking.
because Amsonia kind of caught what it was out of the corner of her eye. Can she go over and like look a little more to see like
Oh, at the books?
after looking at the books, go over and see what Hans found?
Oh, I'm going to get you away.
I mean, as you fly up and around, you can see that Hans is working on these strange metal objects, these cylindrical objects.
Don't push anything.
So I want to go closer and kind of see what it is.
You can see little bits of writing on the side that don't make any, like you can't read it. Everything that Hans saw,
It's in
you
Greek
can
still.
kind of see. It doesn't seem to be of interest at this point.
For a pianist.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're an engineer, an artificer type brain would definitely find it interesting.
It doesn't.
Especially
It,
the frost one. I want to see what's going on.
it doesn't look like anything that the matriarch would be wanting to
No,
look for.
no, because she's looking for something that can kill all creatures that threaten the Empire. So she's more interested in something that can kill lots of people instantly. And that's been her interest in Taki, because she's under the impression that Taki is responsible for destroying 2 worlds. And when she found that evidence, she's trying to track him down to learn what he did so that she could like take over that clandestine ability and use it to protect your world.
So Amsonia is just for the time being going to go back over to the alchemy table and keep poking around.
Keep poking
at it.
around there. Okay.
I'm gonna take the
Bag
get
of
the
holding.
bag from fly back to the ship.
Okay.
Go to the hold. Empty.
Okay.
And go back.
As part of your process to do all that. So if you guys want to take the risk, you spend the entire day doing this search, shuttling things, gathering things, take whatever you can.
How long does your sense last?
Since last,
That sense dragon.
One.
You can do it every once in a while. Because I have the
it's
same
1
stats.
minute per level of spell slot. So for
But we're not
every
in initiative.
first level
No.
spell slot, it's a minute.
With the spell.
So I would use a first level spell slot, just ping it out.
Dagger
Every
it,
30
you ping it
minutes.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could have Belfry and negative
Oh, so I don't get any treasure?
No, we're gonna love the shit out.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Putting all the pocketing all the good stuff. No.
Is
You're
there like,
pocketing
question,
all the
is there
good stuff.
Is there a?
I have to find something honorable down
We
here.
probably have like a barrel of water. On
Like
the
laser
ship,
guns.
right? And
What's that?
there's like a barrel of water.
Well, keep in mind your airship is not like a large
Yeah,
vessel.
I get-
It's
I'm just saying, like, is there a barrel?
it's more of an air skiff than anything else.
I don't know. This sounds like
It would have at least 2 of those. on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
After I do the initial
Let
dump,
us know.
I'm going to like
stick
the water,
Okay.
bring those 2 barrels down,
Okay.
and then like put them over the bottom.
They're wooden barrels.
Yeah, I'm trying to empty the water onto the. that
Oh, okay. I
oxygen.
see what you're saying. A little kind of 5 5-foot square area of molten just solidifies, and you watch as it kind of floats and drifts over to the edge. It's mixed metallurgy, so it's a mixture of all the metals.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly
Oh, yeah.
what people want.
So it's
but
electrum.
It's electrum.
In fact, still, like, just
Uh,
like
that's
being
it.
able to get that, like, okay, cool. We got some, like, slag samples.
No, electrons will be silver.
Gold and silver.
But it doesn't matter. That can be refined out.
The dollar signs on your guys' eyes right now is
No.
fascinating.
Yeah. No.
But, like, yeah, after I get those
I
out,
got the
more,
fever.
more of the items,
Okay.
more magic items, and
Okay.
then gold pieces. That's going to be worth more than
To our own detriment, we're gonna stay there and just try to.
No,
Are you?
No.
Just
No.
try another
I'm
hour.
gonna ask my
Right.
celestial
Let's do,
advisor if we should
Audrey.
bail or stick around.
Audrey.
Augury?
but yeah.
Are you defining a period of time
Yes.
in that augury?
An hour.
Yeah.
No,
I can ask.
2 hours.
8 hours.
Is it 3? Or is it just, no, it's just plan of action?
Okay.
Correct.
Staying half the day.
Yeah, you go into your augury position and you like give a little incense burning. They're all like frantic crickets, like collecting what they can. And you ask, should we stay half the day? And you feel this kind of warm feeling, followed by a cool feeling. You get the feeling that it's probably okay, but anything longer than that might be
Okay.
dangerous.
You can stay half the day, but anything longer than that would be.
Let's stay.
So that's
Not quite
how
half
many,
the
how
day.
many hours is that?
You've already spent 1 hour, so you're looking at least another 4 hours.
Let's make it 3 to be safe.
Wait. Oh, look at my.
I'm gonna,
When I pull
I
out the
wanna
shovel.
like see the dimensions of the room. So I'm gonna like walk the edge of the room and kind of
It
see
takes you
what I
like
can
20
see.
minutes to do that.
That's fine.
It's
Oh.
pretty massive.
As
Yeah,
you're-
give me-
as you're
What's
going,
your
pick
passive
stuff up.
perception?
Yeah,
Pick
it's
stuff up
high.
as you go.
I was gonna say,
Pick stuff up as you're going.
and I'll throw up
My passive
Deck
perception's
magic.
18.
18, yeah, it would make more sense for you. So while everyone else is busy and what's his hands collecting the cylinders at this point, to take to the ship.
I want to take the broken one, and I could take the one that we sent the
Okay.
Oh, the
All right.
Ghelfi light with the alien.
You don't know what it is? You just
It's
find it fascinating.
humanoid.
Is it?
once I see it.
Oh,
Hey,
um, is this Exandria or is that world?
Oh my. What dimension am I in?
Is this dimension 20?
I can do the.
No, it's
What's
dimension
that?
69.
Is it hot?
Is it hot? It's hot.
Is it a hot
Jerry? Yeah, Jerry was
So
hot.
our new group
Manservant.
name,
Sorcerer.
our new group name is Hot or Not.
That's what we were needing right
All
there.
right, there you go. Hot or not? I love it. And it's pronounced HAUT or not.
K-N-O-T.
Yeah. Hot or not. Long. So,
After I dumped out the water from the bucket, I'm just gonna use like a
Gem.
coin, just anything, gems, coins.
so fantasy physics still matters.
That's gonna be heavy as fuck.
I've already used the bag.
In fact, you watch him do it. Like you're kind of watching him fill up the barrel, and as he goes to like try to lift the barrel, the bottom falls out. And as he lifts it, the round railing and the
Wait.
coppering are still in his hand, and he's looking through the bottomed out barrel.
Use the bag of holding.
Well, that's how I got the barrels down. Because
You can't
bag of holding.
But
You
you
can't
can't put barrels in a bag of
barrels in
holding
a
because the
bag.
opening's not big enough.
Never mind about the slag then.
Okay.
It doesn't open as wide as you want.
It
Yeah, it only opens
about-
about-
It's not like your
Yeah,
butt.
You have to
it only
tease
opens
it.
like this big.
Okay then. Yeah, just
Yeah,
again,
start with
shovel,
the finger.
then just shovel into the bag of holding.
Yeah, start with a finger, then maybe two, then the minivan.
Sure.
2 in the
Go
front,
for
5
it.
in the back.
All right, second hour.
So
And I'm
We'll
using-
resolve
I'm using
this
detective magic and all this
All right,
shit while-
during our next session.
And it's gonna
Um,
be 2 weeks from now.
It's
2
fine.
weeks from now.
That's
Well,
fine.
well, well, fine. We give him
Um,
time to think of
But
something.
before we get there,
Oh, shit.
2 things you guys notice.
He's already
What'd you
got
roll
all
for your
the-
investigation? 19 and 20. Okay. So as you're going around examining the height and like breadth of the chamber, you're going and kind of investigating areas as well. There's something weird about this chamber. Not sure what it is, but it's large. The coin spill was contained mostly on the far end of the chamber. You get to a section of the chamber and you can see corpses like underneath a thin sign of gravel and dirt, but it's away from where all they are. One of the corpse is like a tree-like creature. Another corpse is like,
Cat.
yeah, like a
Cat
cat-like
person.
creature.
Yeah.
And there's dozens and dozens and dozens
And one
and
looks like a
dozens
woman
of them,
who
like
probably
just
was
all
wearing
under the
red.
thin veneer of the gravel. But what really gets your attention is
Giant hand.
that there's this metal round plate with this twisted and melted like chair on the edge of it. You could see part of the floor of the plate panels kind of lifted up. And you could see like this,
Kill all the gray aliens.
like you could see this soft glow of yellow light coming from underneath the floor plates. But you're looking around, no one else sees it. They're all off doing their own thing. And there's something about that glow that intrigues you.
Not gonna check it out.
Yeah, you walk over there and you're at the edge of it. You're looking down. You see what looks like maybe the skeletal remains of a human figure and a weird kind of like dwarf elf-like figure. You're not really sure. They seem to be holding on to the corpse of one of those strange alien things that you saw in one of the labs. And the alien is holding on to a stone. And it's like clenching onto a stone. And like its fingertips are like its bony skeletal remains dug into the stone. The stone is giving off like this yellow soft glow.
Magic. I take it.
Yeah, you reach in there, you peel it, you pick it up. And there's a weird kind of liquid interior to it, and you're like really cool, and you just drop it in your bag.
All right.
You have an infinity stone.
Hey, there's a primordial stone.
Right.
Why did I know this was gonna be the one? Why? I was joking.
And that's where we're gonna finish tonight.
I was joking about Jerry.
All right, everybody, thank you for coming out. We are off next week
Next week.
because you guys are
They'll
gone.
be back, but they'll be dead.
But they'll be back on Monday.
Yeah, the last time.
Are you gonna play that Monday you get back?
Tuesday after.
Tuesday
That
or the
remote
Monday.
game? That remote game. You want to play that one and skip the Tuesday one?
No. If I'm up to it, I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for now, we are off next Tuesday. However, if you guys are interested, since they will be gone, it'll be the four of us,
I'll totally play.
and we'll have Stephanie, the other Stephanie,
Yeah,
join
you
us.
can- you can have the
We'll do a one shot.
Yeah, I'm up for it. I'm always up.
That's there. I'll do
Is that the only face that you have? Do you have any other faces?
Lisa, come on.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Be kind, be safe, and don't forget.
Play games!
All right.
Using cards, using cards, using cards.
Okay.
But-
So-
Sure.